We're here for a good time, not a long time. Hello. Hey, howdy doody. How's it going? How you doing? How you doing? I can't believe it. What? Like, I have no idea what's going on with the green screen in the sense that I don't know why my computer loves to pick up colors that are anything but the green of the screen. This. I mean the green in the Nintendo 64 symbol I can understand, but like I can see some shenanigans here, and this ain't even remotely green. I don't know. I'm not gonna think too hard about it, but hey, guess what we're gonna do today? We're gonna do something different. We're gonna play a game. Yeah, let's play a game. And it's not gonna be a Saw game. We're gonna play some Super Mario Land 2. I wasn't sure what to do today. I was like, listen, we did some hunt on Thursday. We There we go. Full screen. We did some hunt on Thursday. We did some we did some hunt on Tuesday. We did some Lethal Company on Thursday. And I was like, well, there's some games that we haven't kept playing. I need to pick Dredge back up. I think we may need to like revisit Dave the Diver at some point because I was really enjoying that, but we kind of got distracted as we tend to do. I feel like I tend to get distracted with like every other game out there. But what am I gonna say? I'm not gonna say sorry. So without further ado, I think it's time to get the show on the road. So hello there, anyone and everyone of the internet. My name is Loyal, and today we're gonna be doing the same thing we do every stream, where all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show while I do my best to entertain you with my own brand of shenanigans and shenanigans and silliness and shenanigans. I hope you're doing good. I've had a very like tiring past 2 weeks. It's been very hectic with all the nonsense that funeral shenanigans going on. A lot of family in town. We had people staying over. A lot going on. But all in all, what's the run button? Oh, they're inverted. That's so strange. I played Mario Wonder the other day for the first time. I had never ever played the game ever. I was introduced to it by my cousins because they were staying here for the past week. They brought over their Switch as per my request, because I remember when I visited it last time I went to Florida, we played some. Let me make sure that's not like too loud. That feels loud as hell. Feels loud as hell. I remember last time we played a Game Boy game. It was Donkey Kong. And that shit was very loud. That shit was very loud. First thing it did was like blast my ears. I thought I was gonna go down. But hey, it is what it is. It'll be fine. We'll survive. Actually, when did we play I think Donkey Kong wasn't the like Game Boy version of Donkey Kong. Wasn't that the first VOD? Like the first game we actually recorded? I think it was. Big if true. But in all seriousness, I feel like I've had very little time to myself this week. It's been just like a whole bunch of events going on, like at the same time. And only this weekend did I feel for the first time that I was able to actually take a breather and just do things at my own pace. Today, we went to Costco. That was a major achievement. We got a few things, like we got Dad a new laptop because he apparently needs one for work shenanigans. There's spinning to be done. Game has spinning, I know how to spin. Oh, you hold down to spin. Okay, cool. Anyways, we got a few things for college that I was in the necessity of, and otherwise, big chilling. It was actually a fairly chill weekend by most recent standards, to say the least. I can do this. I can platform. I can do this. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like life has been a little non-stop lately, and I don't know if it's just because of recent goings-ons, or if I actually hadn't like given myself a chance to slow down and look around recently. Because now that I think about it, like I have actually been pretty busy for quite a while. Ever since I started work studying as a tutor, ever since I started being a tutor in my free time for college, I feel like the rest and relaxation periods of my life have definitely gotten a little shorter. I feel like I used to be able to get home from college and actually think about whether I just wanted to be a little silly. Sure, maybe I'll hop on for a little Hunt Showdown. Oh yeah, sure, maybe I'll just... Actually, let me just watch this video essay YouTube just suggested. I've got 2 hours to burn, why not? And I love that I say this, but I can already feel in the back of my mind that I have friends who would immediately go, "What do you mean, free time? What free time? You've never given me this free time! Imagine all the games we could have been playing!" And sure, that is true. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like sometimes we don't give ourselves the pauses to actually evaluate our current situation that we deserve. And it's not that, oh, you're abusing yourself. I cannot make a simple jump. I don't think I even have to jump. I could probably just run over it, can I? I can! I'm just silly like that, I guess. I feel like these controls are like somewhat inverted to new Mario standards, but I'll get used to it. I can do this. I don't know, I just feel like sometimes life gets a little hectic and we just take it for granted. We're like, oh yeah, this is just what it means to grow up. Get used to it. You're not always gonna have your time for gaming. You're not always gonna have your time to watch your anime and your Netflix and your nonsense. You better get used to it. And it's not that I don't want to get used to it. It's just that sometimes I feel like we don't give ourselves the actual... Dude, I cannot. I've got button dyslexia. Dude. World's hardest jump confirmed. No, but I feel like we deserve more love than we give ourselves. And if you're a, like, borderline narcissist, then good for you. Maybe you do give yourself the love you deserve. Maybe consider giving yourself less. But for, like, the average person who does not have any narcissism, I feel like we pamper ourselves a lot less than we should. Recently, I was listening to people saying, oh, what do I want? What do I want with my life? I don't know. Let's just hit this. See what happens. I feel... Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Let's go. More lives. I feel like we, in the current culture... Okay, culture is a lot to take in. It's a big word. Okay, I feel like the current habit a lot of us have is like treat culture. I've heard it be called little treat culture. We like to give ourselves little treats because life is hard and we deserve treats. And I thought about that and I was like, I actually like that. I actually like that a lot because I feel like not a lot of people are against street culture. I guess we could call it that. I don't know. I hate calling things culture because I feel like culture is a weird, strange word that means a lot of things. And in a world where words can mean whatever we want, it also means we could just like misuse them and be totally okay with it. Ah, these controls are hard, man. But I like treat culture because even though people say, oh, little treats are stupid and it's just Starbucks way of making more money. Oh, stores just want you to spend more money. Just buy yourself all the things. And sure, like, obviously, a business is always going to want you to spend money. Why not? Why not? However, doesn't mean you don't deserve it. Doesn't mean you don't deserve to treat yourself. Sure, I'm not about to start going off about budget practices and how you gotta be careful with what you spend, because you should be careful with what you spend. Everyone should have budget practices. Important. But doesn't mean you should not take yourself into consideration. You shouldn't have to restrict yourself entirely based on what you feel and what you think you do or do not deserve. I don't know, it's strange. It's strange to elaborate on topics like this because I don't exactly know precisely what I want to say. What I really just want to get to at the end of the day is like, hey, treat yourself. I feel like people don't treat themselves. I feel like the average person tends to think less of themselves than they actually are. At least towards themselves, but like not publicly. Because then we have like a lot of people who tend to... This just dropped me the spikes or something. And it will! Ah, I knew it. I knew it. It was a trap. I feel like we have a lot of people mistreating others that don't deserve it. And then we have people mistreating themselves who don't deserve it either. I feel like everyone's treating everyone the wrong way. I don't know how to explain it. This was all to say that I feel like recently I haven't particularly given myself the time to actually evaluate whether I'm doing too much at a moment and I should take a break, or whether... Let's do that! Ah, dude, I'm bad. At least we got some of this time. All this to say, recently I don't know if I've given myself the break to analyze whether I'm taking on a lot in my life and I need to step back and take a break, or if I'm simply not used to being this busy. And if I am a healthy level of busy, and just because I used to like not do very much, now that I do plenty, I'm just like not having trouble adapting, but just like not used to it is what I mean. Ah, okay. I feel like the jump button for this game, the jump button and the run button are inverted. Maybe or maybe it's because I'm using an Xbox controller for a Nintendo game. Because I learned that the hard way recently playing Mario Wonder. Oh. Ah. I learned the hard way that apparently, given how, like, for some reason every single console decides to have a different button layout. Hey! Oh, dude, I just cannot. It's great to have you here, Rainbow Dad. How you doing, my man? I hope life is treating you well. I hope you've had a good weekend. I'm kind of rambling. Today's gonna be a rambling sort of stream. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to play. There were options. Oh! We've always got options. We've always got plenty of options. But, I decided to do something very different because I wanted to keep it low-key. I wanted to just go off on a tangent. Because I had a strange sensation. I have a strange feeling. I always feel like somebody's watching me. He's just gonna fly away or what? I guess so. They just fly. They fly away. Fly away. I'm making that up. So how you doing? How's your weekend been? I was just going off about how I felt pretty tired lately, but I did have like a fairly hectic week. I actually had a fairly hectic 2 weeks, and I thank God that this week I had no college. Otherwise, I was gonna lose it. Because given the funeral shenanigans, given that we had family staying at home with where am I supposed to go? Yeah, okay, we're going the right way. We're going the right way. Dude, these hidden blocks. I feel like I have like not had a breather, and between like college shenanigans, community shenanigans, work shenanigans, because I do like I tutor, I get paid, I have a salary of sorts. It is a part-time job, but it is important. It is income. Oh man, I like the bunny ears. But these are like the only game in which the bunny ears are a thing too. Emulator, yeah, we're emulating. Listen, I'm sorry I didn't pull out my Game Boy Color and hook up the HDMI cable. Actually, that thing has no HDMI. I'm sorry I didn't pull up the Game Boy Color and connect the camera to face the screen and like shine a flashlight on it for the highest quality. We do be emulating, don't tell Nintendo. Or else the stream is going to come to a very abrupt end. Can anyone riddle me like Nintendo's absolute rage boner for emulation and preservation of their old media? Because I can understand it for when they're losing profits off of it because, I don't know, they're selling a new NES and they want their new NES to do good. But for the longest time, only recently, like only, what, the past 2 years, has Nintendo been actually like selling their NES and like retro collection as a part of like an online Switch bundle. Because before the past year or year and a half or however long that's been going on for, I think it's been going on for a few years now, there was no way to like play retro Nintendo games at all, like at all. especially since like they discontinued basically everything. Even the 3DS got discontinued, poor thing. Whatever happened to the 3DS? Don't bonk the hell out of me. You're playing Hunt Showdown. You don't get to bonk me. Why am I getting insulted? I took a shower before the stream. Why is everyone calling me stinky? Stinky and smelly, and my mama's smelly. Yo mama's so smelly. I don't know what to call. Like, I couldn't think of something, but I tried. Listen, I'm not the one gator legging through the Louisiana swamp to kill some like 9-foot tall pig-headed man or whatever the heck the butcher is. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Today we playing Super Mario Land 2, which is, as per the stream title, what I low-key remember being as like the first. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. This is the furthest like childhood memory I have of playing like a handheld game, because I remember as a kid owning a yellow Game Boy. The inverted freaking buttons get me every time. I remember owning a yellow Game Boy Color on which I had a few games actually. I had, what do I remember? This is gonna be a long stream. I only remember this one. What else did I have? I had other games too, but I can't recall what they were. I remember having a Game Boy Advance though, and for the Game Boy Advance I had more games. For the Game Boy Advance I had like Mario Bros. Superstar Saga. I had, what else did I have? I don't recall any games I had now. Besides Superstar Saga, what else did I have? I had like a Rayman game that I just do not recall at all. I had other games. I had games. Games were had. The games I most remember, however, more than the Game Boy like games I owned, for some reason Madison, so help me, you're jealous because you didn't have a Game Boy. I remember my Nintendo 64 games more than I remember my Game Boy games. Because I remember for the N64 that I used to play before I even moved, like before we even moved to this house, because the house I currently live in with my parents, we did not live here our whole lives. Like for the first 4 years of my life, we lived in an apartment. And in that apartment, we were very cramped, but we did have space for my Nintendo 64, on which I had like Mario 64, I had Mario Kart 64, I think at one point we rented, okay, there were several games I rented. I didn't own that many games, but we did, hey, Blockbuster was the GOAT back in the day, way before Netflix ever became a thing. And I remember we rented Yoshi's Story, we rented some sort of Muppets game for some reason. I don't even remember what it was about. I remember we rented, what else did we rent? Banjo-Kazooie. I never owned Banjo-Kazooie, but we did rent it, and I always loved it. Oh, I need the carrot. I need it. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Life is a dream now. I don't remember what other, like, N64 games I owned, but I remember my favorite console very specifically being the GameCube. The GameCube was the best console, hands down. Like, hands down, my favorite Nintendo console was the GameCube, because even though the Wii went very hard, the Wii had some awesome games. I will not deny it. Especially, like, party games. The Wii, like, for just having a blast, awesome. Awesome console. I loved it. But I was an only child. I didn't really have that many people to play with. I own multiplayer games, rarely played with, like, the occasional neighbor. Sometimes my church friends, like my childhood friends, would come over. That was a rare occurrence, because I grew up with house shame. We don't like having visitors. So, yeah, that's why I never really invite anyone over. But, traumas aside, I feel like the Wii was an awesome family console, but if you didn't have that much family to play with, my parents never played with me. I think I only played with my parents, like, in my life. I think I've played, like, I can count it on, like, one hand, maybe, the amount of times I've played with my parents. I would go walk every day across town to knock on a friend's window Can't believe this man died on a game I beat when I was 6. You actually beat this game? I played... Hey, listen. Hey, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Stop the disrespect. Stop the disrespect right there. I played this game when I was 2. I barely had any literacy. I was illiterate. I actually, no, I read. But I don't know. I remember playing this game and never beating it. I did get to, like, the Wario Castle and the boss fight, like, 1 or 2 times. I never actually beat this game. So today we are conquering a childhood necessity. Today we do something I should have done long ago. I'm telling you, I was 2 years old when I played this game, okay? Listen, cut me some slack. I didn't even have a consciousness. I didn't even know what existence was back then. All I knew was silly, cool, funny color. Little Wahoo man. I could barely tell my left and right, let alone hold the controller right side up. So you just better be thankful I remember playing this at all. Because this is, like, you made me think about it, and this is actually the only Game Boy Color game I remember owning. I don't remember, because I remember these were the square cartridges, because the rectangular cartridges came later for the Game Boy Advance. Those were the rectangular cartridges. I don't remember what other Game Boy Color games I had. I just don't. This is like the only game I remember owning. So cut me some slack, alright? Oh, dude. I'm telling you, I grew up on Nintendo games, but my stuff was like Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine. I never touched a Fire Emblem game. I had no idea of its existence. I was like such a Mario fanboy for the longest time in my life. My little ADHD brain could never really comprehend The Legend of Zelda. I tried to comprehend it with Ocarina of Time. I think that's the N64 one, like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, or they're both the N64 one. I don't know. I can never tell them apart. I know they're very distinct, and I know like Zelda fans are probably gonna hate me for that, but hey. My little ADHD brain could never comprehend Zelda. I was always a jump wahoo boy. So yeah, that's what I grew up on. And I didn't really have brothers or sisters to play with, so I was always just one player experience. It was very sad too, because like I 100%ed like New Super Mario Bros. And everything as the one guy. It's me. I'm the guy. I was just me. Just the little single player. New Super Mario Bros. Was built like specifically for multiplayer. And wait a minute. I gotta get to the moon. And to get to the moon, I think we need to get to the top. You know what? Never mind. Forget the moon. Forget the moon. We're going to the macro zone. I can't believe you really grew up with Sonic. I just don't know. You're like the only guy I know who grew up with Sonic. It's great to have you here, Cultist. I'm sorry. I don't remember saying hi. What I just heard from that statement is you can't commit war crimes under the age of 2. Listen. I mean, can you really commit a war crime if you don't have, like, conscious thought? I don't know. I'm not sure. You have to be sentient, and do we consider, like, 2-year-olds sentient? At what point does a human become sentient? Like, at what point do you pass from, like, toddler creature thing? Okay, of course, they have spikes. At what point do you pass from being, like, a meat golem human to just, like, an actual person? Because isn't like 90% of the parents' job for the first like 2 years of a child's life to like keep it from killing itself? And then once it's actually capable to dominate its motor functions in a somewhat reliable way, then it's just a matter of actually turning it into a decent person. That's my understanding of parenthood. I could just be totally wrong. What do you guys think about? Period. That's it. There's no follow-up to that question. What do you think about? What do you occupy your thoughts with? What do you give time and effort to? Because I don't know if you... I recently learned that the things you actually subconsciously... Not subconsciously. The recurring thoughts that you tend to have are actually very related to the active thoughts that you populate your mind with. I know what I said was like a spew of words, but hang in there for me. For example, I've learned that if I'm like very, very hooked on a video game as of late, Like, that's what my thoughts are gonna be about. Like, oh, dude, I get on YouTube, let's say Hunt Showdown. Let's say I've been hooked on Hunt Showdown, man. I want to see, like, the tips and tricks for Hunt Showdown. Oh, wait, I want to see, like, the top players. How do they play? Oh, I want to see lore videos. I want to give me all the video essays, that kind of stuff, you know? So, like, if I get home from college, if I've been playing a lot of Hunt Showdown and just populate my active thoughts with Hunt Showdown, then my passive thoughts are like, well, I just got home from college. I don't have anything to do. Hey, I'll play Hunt Showdown. Why not? Damn it. But, oh, okay, good. I was afraid it was spiky. It was gonna hurt my booty. I've learned that that doesn't only apply for, like, the hobbies you have, but it also just applies to other things in general. Like, for example, I've noticed it applies for series as well. When I spend periods of time without watching, like, a particular series, I don't really think about watching series like, in general. Maybe it's because it's, like, not like, the biggest active hobby of mine. But, if I don't watch series for a while, I just don't think about series periods. But if I'm watching one series and I finish one series, then usually I'm very, like, inclined to start another series. If I just finished a series, I start immediately looking for, like, another series to start. But if, for example, a series cost me, like, I wasn't too into a series, but I wanted to finish it, so I, like, committed to finishing it. I can spin. Come on, I can spin. There was a spin jump. We held down, wasn't it? Wasn't that the thing? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not sure if that's just, like, a regular hobby thing, but I do know that is an actual psychological thing, that whatever you dedicate your active thoughts to also will have a lot to do with just, like, the recurring passive thoughts you get in your head. Your mood has been pretty low all week, lots of work. Some paid off, some did not. I hear you, my dude. You dreamed about DBD the other night? Ah, you poor cursed individual. That's it. It's time to lay off the snacks after midnight, my man. It's time to... Didn't you ever watch the actual... Didn't you watch Trolls or Gremlins or what was the movie? Whatever movie I'm referencing, I am a hypocrite because I haven't watched it myself. There's a lot of movies I haven't watched. I didn't grow up with movies. I grew up with, like, very... like, Disney movies. That's what I grew up with. But I didn't really grow up with, what some would consider cult classics. My parents were very, like, reserved on what we would watch. And I'm really, like... I don't really feel bad about it. I guess I'm more of a video game kid, so I'm not too sad about not having watched a lot of what some people would consider cult classic. But either way, movies and video games, like, more specifically movies, are a form of media that are just, like, always gonna be around. Movies aren't exactly gonna be lost to time unless the internet archives just, like, suddenly all crumple up in a fire like the second burning of Alexandria. Do you think we'll ever have an event similar to the burning of the Library of Alexandria? Apparently we were set back, like... We were set back, I don't know if I should say decades, if I should say centuries, but apparently, like, human knowledge was set back eons from the burning of the Library of Alexandria. And it always makes me think whether we'll ever have an event similar to that. But media and information has become, like, so much easier to preserve nowadays. I feel like it's not going to be the case. Especially with how the internet works and how things are stored not just on the internet itself, but across different databases on the internet, and even offline for people who don't trust the internet. I just feel like we're never really gonna have a catastrophe to that level. But I do believe 100% that we are gonna have, like, humanitarian crises. I mean, we have them, like, every day. But what I really wanted to point out was, I feel like all of our catastrophes in the modern era are gonna be natural disaster-led or human-led, like wars and such, famine, etc. I really don't see us having an actual, like, oh, just a random, oh, we've lost all our knowledge, time to return to the Stone Age. The only way I see that happening is if, like, World War III pops up or something. We will if all things go to my plan. What's your plan, cultist? What's your plan? What's the plan? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? What's the plan? What does the great Furby whisper to you in your slumber. But Dave, it's not just you. Like, my mood's been very low, and I think it's mainly been because I've been very tired. I've been very, like, oh, we were entertaining guests. Oh, there was the funeral going on, the mourning process. Oh, like, I had expectations for my spring break, and I didn't feel like they were really met. Like, that's what has been, like, buzzing around in my mind for the past week. So it makes sense that my mood is going to be a little low because it's a lot of things to process at once. And that goes back to what I was saying, like, at the start of the stream. I feel like we don't always give ourselves the time to process that we should. We don't always give ourselves the considerations that we would likely give others. And I know everyone's different. Like, I'm talking honestly, more so from my perspective, because that's the kind of person I tend to be. I like to be considerate of the people what the hell? I like to be okay, sure. You do you, little witch creature. You do you. There's a lot of... say whatever you want about the early Mario games, but they were very creative, especially about the enemy types. It's nice to see that the Goombas never changed, though. But as I was gonna say, my case particularly, I like to be as considerate as possible of the people I care about. So that has led me in the past to just, like, not give myself the time and attention that I should give myself. And I feel like that is more common than it should. Oh, are you joking? Okay. So we gotta time it to when it's like this. Got it. I feel like... Okay, wait a minute. I need to use my neurons. I need to use more than, like, 5% of my brain. Come on! Listen, if 6-year-old David could do this, so can I! I like to consider that I have more brain capacity than 6-year-old David. But who knows? I could be wrong. My friends have always been spectacular. Maybe I'm living with a child genius. I mean, I'm not living with him. Is he living with me? Are you living rent-free in my head, David? Are you living with me? So, David, have you made any progress on acquiring the Metal Gear Solid pachinko machine? Or is that just something you're never gonna get around to doing? Okay, I know this is how we get... Okay, we gotta go to the moon. We gotta go to the moon. This is how we go to the moon. I don't remember how, but we just gotta go up. That's it. This is the whole level, guys. This is the whole level. Neuroplasticity is OP. Dude, children are crazy. Like, children are actually insane. The fact that the child brain is spongy, tender, and soft. It made me, I don't know, my intrusive thought made me think like I was talking about a freaking... I don't know, never mind. like a slab of meat. I went to Longhorn the other day, that's why I kind of like froze up. I had a brain fart. But anyways, it's crazy how children's brains are like so wrinkly and spongy and able to be manipulated. So they can just like learn languages super easily. And how, like, now that we grow older and our brains are actually more developed, now that they're developed, they're actually just, like, screwed. That's it. You did all your learning. This is what you think at Longhorn? No, Longhorn's all about the meats. The meats. So the qualities of the meats. I was talking about the brain qualities, okay? The spongy tenders. The spongy tenders of being a child and having neuroplasticity. Listen. Science can develop as much as it wants. How... Okay, I'm a little confused, sorry. It's that there's low gravity in this level, but the bunny ears are all about flapping, but there's no flapping here. No flapping in zero gravity. Do you think Nintendo accounted for this? They were like, oh, just because this is a silly game with bunny ears does not mean we're gonna ignore the laws of physics. Because wings would not be able to work in space. What are you gonna flap off of? There's nothing to flap off of. Of course, they would be useless. Can't believe Nintendo accounted for this. Oh, man. Leave it to Nintendo. That's totally what they did, and not because it was probably like some sort of programming bug that they just couldn't resolve in the little itty-bitty cartridge. That's definitely what it was. Anyways, long story short, I forgot what we were talking about. I forgot what we were talking about. All in all, just to say I've been very tired lately. And I pondered, I wasn't exactly sure what to stream today, if to stream at all. But then I was like, listen, most of the time I end up feeling better after I stream than if I were to decide not to stream. And then I was like, maybe I'll do a mini stream. I do have like some homework. It doesn't have a particular date, but I do want to get around to it whenever I get the chance. Let's just take it easy. And then I forgot I had this lying around. I went to check out what I had that wasn't in my Steam library. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Listen, I want it. I want it. Come on, little rabbit cannon pig thing. You can do it. Hey, you love to see it. I'm nearing the end of my semester. Hey, that's nice. The moon does have an atmosphere made of helium. It does? I didn't know that. What the hell? Where'd all that helium come from? Who put all that helium there? There is a finite quantity of helium in the world. Are companies, is Big Helium gonna start sending rockets to the moon and start harvesting all the helium? Is that what awaits us? Oh, here we go, auto-scroller. Here we go, baby. I'm glad you're nearing the end of your semester, Cultist. Do you have any plans for the summer? I'm studying by trimester, and honestly, I'm very happy because I feel like my studies are progressing like very quickly compared to what they were progressing before. However, it does have its moments where I do feel like pretty tired because even though my workload is not insane, I do wish I had more of a break in between trimesters. But that's just like, hey, it comes with the price of like being able to study like at an accelerated pace, you know? Because I don't get breaks in between trimesters. Usually we don't even get like a week. We get like a weekend at most. And I'm thankful for the trimesters where when we do get like a week in between, or not in between, sorry, like we get a week or so like during the actual trimester itself. It happened now for spring break. I remember it happened for the winter trimester. That's when I was able to go to Iowa for 2 weeks. But yeah, it's I think it's mostly because of the fact that I also do work study now. It's not just college. When it was just college and streaming, it was super easy. But now it's college, streaming, tutoring, my church like responsibilities. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. So that's why sometimes I feel like my life is a little non-stop. But I'm also grateful. I'm also grateful for the fact that I'm occupied. Because there were times when I was studying in my previous university where I didn't feel that all that occupied, and it wasn't that satisfying, comparatively speaking. Like, I was much happier. I'm much happier now that I have a lot to do, and I just know that the issue is, oh, I just need a break. As compared to, like, not doing much at all, and then being like, damn, what do I need in my life? So, I just feel like it's easier to have a lot going on and take a break from all those goings-ons than not having anything going on and then just wondering what to fill your life with. I don't know if I can explain that correctly. The moon does have, sorry, yeah. Where do you think the helium in the party balloons go when they float up into, see, cultist. Wow. The silly perspective that cultists have for so many things always makes me so happy. Jesus, Jesus. Okay, I don't know who this gremlin guy is, but I hate him. And whatever's going on in this, okay, this is bad. This is rough. This is what some would call a little tough. Come on, come over here. Please, please. No, please. He's dead. Easy. I never feared. I was never worried. Listen, my 2-year-old self will be so happy. He will be so happy if he can look forward 24 years in the future. Okay, 23 years, almost 24. And see that his future self can one shot the game he could never beat. Dude, have you ever caught yourself like healing your inner child? I say this because everyone has trauma. We all have trauma. No matter how big or how small, we all have our traumas. Have you ever caught yourself like healing your inner child in certain ways? Like just treating yourself to the little treats that you couldn't treat yourself as a kid, or maybe just like actually practicing the hobbies that you were scorned for when you were little. Like, have you ever caught yourself treating yourself in those ways? I can't believe I'm this bad. What? Play the footage. That was scuffed. That was scuffed. Being locked up never feels good. This is why drinking out is OP. Clearly. Hiking? Never heard of it. Wow, I haven't gone hiking in ages, man. I enjoyed hiking so much. I like hiking. I like, dude, I've been visiting my girlfriend like essentially every other week. Like she spent time with us this past weekend, but like the weekend before that or the previous 2 weekends before that, yeah, I think I was staying over there. And there was one moment when I was over there that she was like, hey, before I went over, she was like, hey, you should bring some spare clothes, because I'd like to go for a walk around the urbanization. And that made me so happy. I was like, yeah, let's go for a walk. Let's get some exercise. I don't know why that like tingled my brain so much. I've always enjoyed walking. Walking is such an enjoyment, such a nice activity. Like what harm is there in walking? I'm confused. These blocks are I'm dazed, lost and afraid. Poop. I'm confused. I'm leaving. I don't like this place. My brain can't handle the spinny, the turny, lighty, shiny blocks. Ah, dude, play back the footage. This is scuffed. This is scuffed. These hitboxes are scuffed. I think this is a skill issue, guys. I think we're dangerously close to skill issue territory. What's up here? I don't know. I don't trust this. There's something. These developers... What? Is that a vampire? Dracula? Okay. Sure. We killed Dracula. I made blanket fort, yes. What? Did you actually made a blanket fort? Put the fan against the blanket and rose it up, giving me a cubby. Damn, 12-year David would definitely fuck with this. Ah, that's so nice. Man, when I was little... I never really made blanket forts. I used to play with my imagination a lot. I had a hyperactive imagination, which is funny for a guy who just like cannot visualize things that well. I don't have like a very good like visual imagination. I have troubles like forming. I don't have issues forming images, but I just can't see them clearly. I just cannot see them clearly. That's all. All right. I can imagine things. It's just not easy. It's just not easy, man. Oh, dude. Nintendo. Why? There we go. Okay. Get me out of here. Oh, yeah, it's mushroom. Get me out of here. But I do remember I used to have a lot of toys growing up. Toys were my jam. It wasn't just video games. I had toys, and one of the toys I remember a lot, like that I really liked, were these huge like inflatable boxing gloves that were called like Stock'em Bop'ems or something, or Soccer Boppers or whatever. And dude, I loved putting them on and just like absolutely bashing my dad, and he would like bash me because they were just like huge. They were like oversized. They weren't Hulk fist size. They were like bigger, and they were just soft. They were just like soft because they were inflatable. I can't even describe what the material they were made of is. Well, all right, wait a minute. We're gonna break their ankles. All right, here we go. I just remember they were the ultimate problem solvers. You wanted to whack the shit out of someone, dude. Just inflate the Soccer Boppers and let them rip, man. Just absolutely whack someone. Ah, dude, I'm trapped. It's fine. I remember those. I also remember having like the little robots, the little fighting wrestling robots that you would like, that you could just make punch each other until one of their heads went up. Oh yeah, dude, I had those. They always made me... What the heck? What? One of those fireballs went up. How did I do that? How did I do that? I'm never gonna figure that out ever again. Uh-oh, how are we doing this? How are we doing this? Hey, that's how we doing this. Easy. Game's easy. I never had any issues. Oh, secret tunnel. Secret tunnel? Secret tunnel? Secret tunnel, secret tunnel through the... Oh shit, it is a secret tunnel. Hey, secret tunnel! I never found this as a kid, what the hell? Where are we going? Where are we going? I never had many toys, but to be fair, I had a Wii and an army of cousins. Ah, that's nice. Dude, I always had such a wonderful time whenever I played multiplayer. I think that's part of the reason why when I actually like started playing on the computer, well, when I got a laptop, I really just like left Nintendo and other consoles just behind, because I feel like most of the, not most, but a huge chunk of enjoyment of consoles comes from actually like having people to play them with. And since I didn't really have anyone to play them with as a single child, once I actually discovered the internet and being able to like play games with people across the world, like with Wi-Fi, oh dude, I got so hooked on Steam. That was my jam. Being able to actually play with like my friends from the Boy Scouts online. As an only child, like the computer, Steam revolutionized the hell out of the way I played video games, dude. I was so happy. I had never been so happy as the day like I picked up like Minecraft and Team Fortress 2 and just like Left 4 Dead, like anything I could just connect with people across the internet. It made me so happy. And at first it was like, oh, strangers, be careful, don't talk to strangers. But then it was like, listen, I feel like strangers, sure, a lot of them are really sus and bad. Not all of them, okay? A lot of strangers, they're alright. A lot of strangers are alright. Just don't go around taking every hand you meet. Some of those hands, you don't know where they've been. Be careful, not everyone washes their hands, guys. I'm sorry you have to find this out the hard way. But not everyone washes their hands. I never had... I do remember, like, for the Wii, the games, like, I really loved the most was, like, Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy 1 was, I think, my favorite Wii game. Besides Super Mario Galaxy 1, I did enjoy Super Paper Mario. As someone who grew up with Paper Mario, I loved Paper Mario for the GameCube. I didn't play Paper Mario 1, like Paper Mario, because that was for the N64, and I only ever rented Paper Mario for the N64. I never really got to own it. But I did play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, the one that's getting a remake. I don't have a Switch, so I'm like, whatever. My girlfriend has a Switch, but one day I'll just use her Switch as an excuse to play other Nintendo games that I want to play. But, what was I gonna say? I was low-key put off by Super Paper Mario and how different it was compared to, like, the first two. But at the same time, Super Paper Mario had such, like, a great story, like, good writing, it was funny, that I never really, like, felt bothered by the fact that it was such a, like, huge departure from the first ones. God damn. I wanted to look around, but it is what it is. I feel most people are alright, but the bad ones can be real bad. Hey, you didn't hear this from me, but you do have a Switch. You are correct. I do have a Switch. And it has a name. And it starts with an M. No, but yeah, that's what I was... Oh, the ghosts. No touch ghosts. Got it. Understood. But, dude, this game is a lot easier than when I was a kid. That's for sure. But to be fair, a lot of the times, I realize that I'm actually, like, intrinsically good at games. But it's... Okay, just go under it. Just go under it, dude. I'm not that good at games. I feel a lot of the times I like to joke around that I pick up games very quickly. I get good at a lot of games, like, very quickly. But it's because I've been born and raised on games. It only makes sense. if you practice something for a long time, you're gonna develop a skill set. Doesn't matter like what it is. And you might think it's a load of nonsense or something, but seriously, you practice something long enough, you do it long enough, like you're gonna master the fundamentals. Like sure, Dark Souls, I'm pretty bad. I gotta learn the boss patterns. I gotta learn to actually get good. But you point me in a direction, I know how to move a joystick. I know how to jump. I know how to run. The fundamentals are like something that a lot of different vocations. It's not just like video games, but like sports, music, anything. The fundamentals of everything, of any like concept ever, will actually carry you so far. It's insane. If you actually get like great at fundamentals, it's awesome. How the hell do I... What? I'm confused. Too much brain. Not enough brain, actually. Whatever. I understood what I have to do there, but I'm lazy and now I just want to move on. But yeah, I think it's crazy that you do something for long enough, you're actually going to become decent at it. And a lot of the time we think that's nonsense, but we only think that's nonsense because we apply that sort of thinking to the hobbies we don't actually commit time to. What? I found another secret exit? What the hell? You have to lock in. I turned on my Switch to play Tears of the Kingdom and was confused when I didn't find it. Then I remembered. You have to lock in. Have to lock in. What are all these secret exits I keep finding? I've never found this many secret exits for this game ever, period. To be fair, last time I played this game was not actually when I was 2 years old, because I do have a save that has like a couple levels beat, but it was just like testing out the ROM, making sure it worked. I'll make it to the end of the level, let's go! Oh, come on, we can fly over the whole level! I wonder if Nintendo is adverse to making flying power-ups because they saw people play Super Mario World and how the cape just lets you fly over the whole freaking level. Ooh, let's go beat him. Go kill him, let's kill him! To be fair, sure, most of the level design in Super Mario World got invalidated by the feather power-up, but I'll be damned if it's not a fun-ass game. I'll be damned if it's not fun and satisfying as hell to just, like, fly around and bounce around and be able to do whatever you want. Can we actually revisit those levels? No. One-time use. One time only. Okay, sure. Ah, jeez. Damn. I wanted to slide under it. Oh, do I actually... Ah, these freaking ghost houses, man. Is this the first ever Nintendo ghost house? Did Super Mario Land have a ghost house? I don't recall. I don't have this information. I'm not privy to this knowledge. Not privy to this, but this low-key feels like the first ghost house. Dude, alright, where is it? Point me to the exit. Where's the exit? Listen, if I fought Wario at least once as a kid, that means 2-year-old Daniel found the exit to this place. If my 2-year-old little babby Daniel could find it, so help me, I must. I must and I will. Alright. Ah, dude. That's it, we biffed it. It's over, it's so over. Ah! For lunch, I had... What did I have for lunch? I had corn with chicken. Chicken and corn. Chicken and corn. That's it. Chicken breast. Some nice good old-fashioned chicken breast and corn. Where is the exit? Somewhere, that's for sure. We will find the exit. We will find it. If we see the same thing here, we're not going through it. Nope. Not going through here. We're finding the exit one way or another, whether you like it or not. Do we have to fall? Yeah, we have to fall. No, you're not gonna get me to go up. Oh, sure, I'll go a little up. Why not? A little up. Just a teeny bit up. Just a little baby up. Also, as a kid, I never figured out that this game actually has a shop. This game has a shop, because if you notice, I don't think you get 1-ups whenever you get 100 coins. Our coin counter has just been going up and up and up. And it's because I think, like, near the center of the world, there's a shop where you can just get 1-ups and nonsense and power-ups. And I think that's probably why I never beat it as a kid. Because I'm 100% convinced that as a kid, I did not know about the shop. I don't think I ever visited that thing at all. Apparently, you know what game I love that I actually never played out for its original console? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was apparently a Game Boy game. I don't know if it was Game Boy Advance or what, but it was a Game Boy game. And I never even heard of it back when, like, I had a Game Boy, and I probably wouldn't have even liked the game because reading comprehension or whatever. I did grow up reading. I don't have an aversion to books, but hey, I was like, what, 3, 4? Give me a break. But what is with these pipes? Where do we gotta go? One of these pipes is the way, isn't it? Fine. No, not this one. Okay. Is this the way? Is this the way? Is this the way? No, they just all lead down here, huh? Alright, fine. You bamboozled me. Not taking the pipes. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I played that game for the DS. When it had a DS remake, I didn't know it was a remake. Explorers of Space and Explorers of Time, I think those were like the titles. Dude, I love those games. Oh, there's spikes on the roof. Okay. I did not realize that. Ah! Oop. She bounced me to the roof! Ah! I didn't know she'd bounce me so high. Alright, time to log in. I'm tiny, but I am mighty. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled by my size, for I shall slay you. Also, I know there are like hidden blocks everywhere. You can't hide them from me. You can't hide them from me. Oh. 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 Ah, I see. I see. I was so confused. I was like, what the hell? What's so special about these? Yep. Yes, don't fall in. Just don't fall in, idiot. Just don't fall in. Silly Nintendo. Oh yeah, I was talking about lunch because I'm hungry. Alright, here we go. I never needed a power-up to beat you, witch. Alright, she just throws it at an angle, I see. Alright. Ooh. Come on, to the right, to the right. Ah! She actually threw it straight. She'd thrown them all the other directions. Damn, we got bamboozled. We got juked. Alright, that's it. That's it. Listen, witch. I don't know why I'm trying to get myself killed. You had your fun. You were silly. You were nice. You got your kicks. Now it's time to give it up. Dude, Game Boy games and retro games, NES, all the nonsense, the fact that they can squeeze like so much music out of a few chirps and beeps and noises is insane. The fact that retro games could make a whole ass soundtrack out of just a few chirps and make it sound like there's a snare, make it sound like give the game melody, it's insane. Oh, dude, I thought, just don't let her I jumped too high. No, I was gonna murder her. She wasn't even gonna see what hit her, man. It was so Jover for her. Alright, let's do this. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Do you ever consider that you have hobbies and talents that you never explored? I actually have a knack for music. I'm not gonna say I have a talent because I've never actually committed long enough to find out. I mean, I can sing. I can sing fairly well. I can sing fairly well, so I do have a talent for music. But I actually have like a knack for like musical instruments, or at least the piano. I did actually like try out the piano for a little bit when I was a kid. And I was actually like pretty good. Not okay, I wasn't pretty good at it. I was able to pick it up fairly well. Ah! Dude, miscalculating these jumps. I can never tell if Mario is gonna jump short or if he's gonna jump astronomically high. But yeah, apparently I have a talent for music. I have a little knack, but I've never really committed. And there are some talents that if you like never really dedicate yourself to, you will eventually not lose them, but they will decay and you'll remain with nothing. So have you ever pondered yourself having a talent that you've just never explored? Was there something you ever like tried as a kid and you're like, hey, this is pretty cool, I'm pretty good at this, but then you like never committed? Or you never really found too much interest in it? Can't believe there's no hidden block here. Real scam. We've been scammed. I which I've come to murder you. I love the creativity in these bosses. Ah! Not me almost getting my ass handed to me. Alright, here we go, here we go. Here we go, one more, baby, one more. It's dead. It's over. She's cooked, man, she's cooked. I'm a little hungry. To be fair, I did have lunch like 4 hours ago. Dude, we are blazing through this. At least this is going so much better than the Donkey Kong stream. Holy crap, I thought I was gonna go insane. I thought just when you thought it was over, just when you thought you beat him, there was always more worlds, man. There was always more worlds. I was like, when will it end? When is enough going to be enough? Let's go to the shop. I feel like I never go to this one. Nope, not this way. Never mind. Whoop. We don't have enough. We're so close. Just a little more. Just 2 more golden coins. Alright. Let's get ourselves... Let's go shopping! Shopping episode, baby! You know what? Let's just go for 200. Why not? Ooh. Oh, dude. What? For 200 coins, you've given me a singular 1-up? Oh, this sucks. What about for 30? What do I get for 30? Just power-ups? Not bad. Better than nothing. Do-do-do-do-do. Better than nothing. Let's get out of here. I just got scammed so hard. 200 coins for 1 life. Let's get out of here. I'm getting swallowed by a turtle. Let's do this. Beep, beep. The fact that video games have evolved so much over the course of just a few decades. Video games have only really existed for about 50 years. For about 50 years, give or take. And the fact that we have such a thing as AAA games, the fact that we have virtual reality, and virtual reality is improving. I've actually seen, like, recently I saw a video for a controller that apparently, like, goes wrapped around your wrist, and, like, somehow reacted to just, like, I don't know what. I don't know. It wasn't a handheld controller. It was like a band that you put around your wrist, and I don't know if it was like electromagnetism or what, but it would like react. And I was like, dude, virtual reality is going to be so insane one day that it's going to be actually unfathomably realistic. I wonder if we'll ever lose ourselves. I wonder if virtual reality will ever get to the point where we're just going to lose people to virtual reality. Where they're just gonna want to live their whole lives in that thing. Where they're just like not gonna escape the machine. I highly doubt virtual reality will ever like become the de facto default. Oh, this is the only way we experience video games now. I really don't think that's gonna be the case. But it would be insane to consider. Cyberpunk says yes. That's actually what came to mind when I mentioned it. Like, I don't know if it's called cyberpsychosis or what. But, I 100% believe that virtual reality will continue to improve and improve and improve until one day it becomes like absolutely like undifferentiable. I can't word. Like it will be so. One day it's going to become very hard to differentiate like virtual reality from real life. I believe that. Like, I've already seen companies trying to push freaking smell. Like, oh, the gamer smell. Like with this application, with this like thing, you can simulate smells. And I'll be real, I do not want to simulate hunt showdown smells. You telling me I want to smell like the rotting corpses of these zombies and the Louisiana swamp? No. But in all seriousness, shit's gonna get crazy one day, I believe it. Current physics don't allow for effective exploration of the universe, but it does allow for advanced simulations. Listen, Starfield was a flop now, in our current generation of consoles, but maybe you give Bethesda enough time. They've already got resources. I don't know what the fuck they're using them on, but you give them enough time. Maybe one day Starfield will win Game of the Year. Maybe when it actually feels like I'm on that spaceship, when I'm actually a captain, maybe then and only then will Starfield win Game of the Year. But until then, Bethesda, what the hell are you doing? Bethesda, what the hell are you doing? The state of some AAA studios leaves me a little baffled. I don't know if Bethesda could be considered a AAA studio. Not sure. I don't know if it meets the size requirements. But the fact that some AAA studios are pumping out hot loads of garbage as compared to smaller companies like Larian Studios that just take their time and actually produce absolute huge bangers like Baldur's Gate. And we don't even have to go to Larian Studios for that. We could just talk about smaller gems like Dave the Diver. We could talk about Dredge. We could talk about Cult of the Lamb. Games that are actually like feel high quality, feel replayable, feel like love was poured into them. And that aren't just like an absolute waste of your money. And that punish you for playing them. I don't know, the absolute state of the industry is a little strange. It's a little weird. I feel bad for the people who are losing their jobs in gaming. I know there's a lot of layoffs going on in the AAA industry. But at the same time, I'm inclined to not feel bad. I feel bad for the people. I will always feel bad for the people losing their jobs. However, I don't feel bad for the companies themselves, because I do feel like companies are cool and whatnot. Okay, businesses are cool. Companies are a little sus. I'm not too huge on companies. I feel like businesses get to a certain size that they kind of start going against like their original purposes. And maybe, you know what? Maybe I will take the rabbit ears. I don't know. Like, at some point, businesses get a little too big for their britches. And it gets a little hard to manage. Obviously, I'm speaking from no experience. I've never run a business. Never, ever, ever. But I feel like it's just been the case for so many game studios that used to produce like such good quality content and have just like devolved into predatory like monetization practices or lackluster development and not okay, toxic development cycles. Am I troubling myself? I am. Whatever. Just be patient. We'll be patient. There we go. It's strange. I don't know. Gaming is something that's going to be around forever. Because as much as... dude, I guess we're going for this. As much as there are... Nah, this guy ain't dying. Ain't no way he's dying. How am I getting over this idiot? There we go. Like that. Easy. Easy. This game's easy. As much as there are people who will always be entertained by non-interactive media like movies and literature, there's always going to be people who are entertained by interactive media like video games. Cook it! Cook it! Ah, crap! The children! They're invincible! No! Ah, they're invincible! Listen, alright, I gotta lock in. We'll continue this discussion very soon. Oh, you can jump on them! Jump on the children! Sorry, wait a minute. That came out wrong. When you replace the heads of companies with Wall Street brokers, are you surprised they don't respect the art then? Final Fantasy is an incredibly huge company, but the heads respect the series. That's nice. That makes me happy. I'm glad. Who is... Final Fantasy has been going for a very long time. I'm glad. It's. I don't think it's that common. I feel like Final Fantasy is more of an exception than the norm. Because Final Fantasy is what? The 15th, 16th entry in a franchise, because even though they're like on Final Fantasy VII Remake, how many games have they made? Like 15, 16? I've lost count. Whatever the case may be, I feel like it's pretty rare to see a franchise get so many spin-offs and sequels and still retain quality. I'm sure that if you look into it, there's likely a lot of Final Fantasy games that don't hold up in quality as compared to like some others. But that's to be expected. However, the fact that Final Fantasy has consistently had like a pretty large player base, especially in Japan, because I feel like Japan is where like it mostly like most of the fans reside. Even though it does have like a pretty big Western audience, and Western means like literally anyone outside of Japan, I guess. But it has pretty big fan like reach outside of Japan. Ooh, yeah! Jesus. Wait a minute, I gotta lock in. So, I'm impressed. I'm impressed they've been able to go so far without much dip in quality, or at least noticeable dip. Whereas I feel like there are franchises that have definitely taken a dip in quality throughout their installations. And I've never played this. I'm about to mention one, and this might just be me talking out of my ass. But a franchise that I have heard that has like taken a huge dip in quality over the last few entries is Assassin's Creed. I've heard the Assassin's Creed series has like fallen off in quality, like comparatively to its roots. And maybe I'm wrong. I've never played a single Assassin's Creed game ever. Maybe I'm huge mistaken. But there we go. I'm cracked. But I've heard that apparently the first few Assassin's Creeds are like masterpieces, and maybe that's a nostalgia thing, but like the first few are awesome, and like then the middle few are great, but like the last great Assassin's Creed game I think was like Black Flag or something. I don't know. Could be wrong. I feel like Kingdom Hearts is a franchise that got so much hype that it didn't like live up to the expectation. I think that's what happened with Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I remember Kingdom Hearts 3 being like super hyped, but then I didn't hear people talk about it too much afterwards. What is this platforming nonsense that I am just like failing at? Let's do this, come on. Wow. I'm not even gonna think about how many entries Final Fantasy has in that regards. How do I get here? How do I do this? How do I do this? I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And maybe I can do this, whatever. Bloat is the name of the game. I never felt my time be more disrespected than Valhalla. Damn. Valhalla. Ah, whatever. You get the joke. You get the idea. Damn, that's sad. That's very sad. What was the last... and David, I know for a fact you've played like quite a few of the Assassin's Creed games. What was the last entry? Have you played like all of the entries in the Assassin's Creed franchise, or have you not? Because I wanted to ask you, like, what was the last Assassin's Creed game you played and actually enjoyed? That you were like, damn, this was a great game. Oh, jeez. I guess we're traveling on the ball now. I get because I do remember I've never really heard bad things about Black Flag. I've heard like maybe one or two complaints, but none so much as the recent games. The recent games have felt like really... The complaints have varied between like, oh, the one you just said, bloat. But they've also varied between bloat and, oh, They don't really feel like Assassin's Creed anymore. Feels like a departure from like what the franchise used to be. It didn't really feel like historical fiction anymore. Now it just felt like fictional fiction. I don't know if I'm like if I portrayed that idea correctly, but I just remember people having issues with like the horses. I know there was like one Assassin's Creed game that poopy. There were some like mythological horses that you can get, and people didn't like those. I keep biffing this man. All because I wanted the bell. You're part of the problem. I can't believe it. Listen, at least you've played them, cultist. At least you've played them. Oh, dude, really? I said I wanted a power up. Oh well, here's what it is. Art is massively expensive, and someone who only expects profits will cut all the corners. They changed the formula to make them RPG looters. And Assassin's Creed used to be like what, action adventure essentially? Oh dear! That's the only word I have to say. Hello there, anyone and everyone of the internet. Thank you so much, oh dear, for the raid of a rotating... Listen, they called me a madman. They always asked, why cow? They never asked how cow. And listen, it's just cow. It just like kind of gives us our strength. So thank you so much. Oh dear, thank you so much for the raid. Hello there, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Loiniel. I don't stream Game Boy games. We just do a little bit of everything. We just do our best to entertain people. Just give people a nice safe space of the internet to just have a good time, chill, talk about different things. You just came in and interrupted a discussion on how franchises are really hard to like maintain consistency across, and how one of the franchises that apparently had like a really hard fall off was Assassin's Creed. Yes, listen, we appreciate the loins up in here. My name is Loiniel. I do my best. I just do my best. That's it. That's basically all I do here. I do my best to entertain you. I hope you guys had a good time. I don't know what Oh Dear was streaming. I have no idea what you've been up to, but I do hope you guys were having a good time. I do hope you've been having a good weekend so far. We've been playing, and by we've been, I mean today we're playing Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins, because I wanted to like take a step. I wanted to take a break from Hunt Showdown, and I wanted to take a break from Lethal Company, and all sorts of nonsense that I've been playing lately. I used to play a lot of Dead by Daylight, but I've taken a break. I've fallen off of Dead by Daylight. I kind of burnt myself out on it after 3,000 hours. So now we just do a little bit of everything. We do some Let's Plays from time to time. We've played a little bit of XCOM. We've played a few emulated games. Now we're just revisiting a blast from my past, because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do today. Oh! Okay, now I gotta lock in. I gotta impress the beautiful people of the internet. But in all seriousness, I wanted to revisit something that I hadn't done in quite a long time, because lately I've been very pooped. I don't know about you guys, but I've been very pooped because there's been a lot going on in my life. It's been very hectic, and this whole stream started with me biffing it. I biffed it. No, this whole stream started with me going off on how I feel like we don't tend to give ourselves the time and attention we deserve. I feel like we usually dedicate that time and attention to the people we care about. Hey, yo!
Marie Raid.
David, why are you like this? David, you don't need to do this, but... now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. Thanks for being here, guys. I do hope you've had a wonderful weekend. My week was very hectic. There was a lot of shenanigans going on. The people in my community know this, but recently we had a funeral. My grandfather passed away, so we had a lot of family in town to celebrate his life. My family has taken to the habit of not really dwelling too hard on the loss, and more so of making the most of the moments when the funerals actually bring us together. So funerals usually in my family now tend to mean like, hey, we get together, we go to a restaurant, we talk for hours on end about how everyone's doing. We talk about like the memories we had. I think this past Monday we went to a Creole restaurant. We spent like 3 hours at the restaurant, I think. And I just loved hearing all my uncles and cousins talk about how it was growing up. Like the absolute shenanigans they used to get into. And it wasn't even like, it didn't even, it wasn't, how do you, the word? Now I forgot my English vocabulary. It wasn't even confined to that. We talked about literally everything. We talked about how apparently some of them have seen ghosts and they're convinced they've like had paranormal experiences, and how some of my uncles have like seen UFO or alien activity or something. And I'm convinced, listen, personally, listen, I've seen one sussy event in my life in the night sky that I could not explain, that I was very weirded out by. And you know what, I guess I might as well tell you. One time when I was a kid, I was like bicycling around my neighborhood. And I think usually I would like go for a bike ride in the middle of the day. I live in Puerto Rico. It gets really freaking hot on this tropical island I call home. But have any of them seen rotating cows? Oh, dude, that's a wonderful question. I know cow tipping is apparently a thing. Cow tipping is apparently a thing. And no, I've not seen any UFOs, cultist, as much as you would love to make it seem. Oh dear, I wanted to ask you, what were you streaming? What were you up to? Come on, enlighten us with your presence. And also, I need to obviously give you a shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. I honestly appreciate it immensely. I just hope you've had a wonderful time wherever and whatever you've been up to on your little corner of the internet. You've cow tipped? Listen, I've never actually, I don't remember if I've ever touched a cow. I've seen cows. I've been close to cows. I don't remember if I've ever touched a cow. Those things are pretty freaking heavy. I can't imagine myself like tipping a cow. I'm not sure how that works. I guess it's like the scare factor. It's about like scaring the cow. I have no idea about the intricacies and the techniques that go into actual cow tipping. But in all seriousness, I was about to regale you guys with the time I think I saw a UFO. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't really see like, oh, UFO, get the camera, no. One time I was riding my bike around the neighborhood, and usually I ran it during the day, but it was a hot ass day and I didn't want to run it in like the summer sun or whatever. So I waited for the evening. So when the sun was setting, that's when I decided to go ride my bike. And when I started riding my bike, it was still light out, so pretty normal, whatever. But then as I was finishing, as I was almost done, like halfway through, I remember the sun was setting, so it was getting dark. You could see the stars starting to pop out. And I remember very clearly, as I was riding my bike up a hill, one of the stars was moving. And I was like, oh, cool, that must be a satellite. And it was moving like very slowly in a straight line, like downwards. And usually you can't usually tell like if satellites move like in a straight line or whatever. Usually they're just pretty straight. You just see them fly across the sky like a very fast airplane, I guess you could say. But all right, I gotta lock in as I tell the story, and I'm already doomed. I remember seeing like a star moving in a very straight line, but very slowly. And it was like descending. It was just descending slowly, slowly, slowly. Up until all of a sudden, it like was approaching another star that was below it. So you've got the descending, moving star as it quickly encroached. Wait a minute. There we go. As it quickly encroached on another star that was below it. And I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? I wonder if it's just gonna like move past the star. Because again, I thought it was a satellite or something. It was just moving slowly. And then all of a sudden, the moment the descending star... Oh, it's so close. Almost clutched up. The moment the descending star connected with the one that was perfectly still below it, it disappeared. It disappeared. So you have like this one star and the other one just slowly making its way down. And then when they touched, it was gone. It was gone. Never again. Poof. Disappeared. And I was like, huh? I couldn't tell. I actually couldn't tell what happened. I was like, what? What happened to the star? Like, I don't know. Maybe I saw a meteor. Maybe that was like a meteorite colliding or something. But it looked like a star. It was like a star touching another star and it disappeared. Dude, I was baffled. Like, I was actually baffled. I was actually freaking baffled. All right, wait a minute. Let me catch up. Nah, it's actually about them being asleep, standing up due to their upbringing in narrow cells. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I'll give you a hint. Deer was playing a game that has only one kind of cow, and it's not rotating, and it's also a fish, and is one of the very few sprites that have a unique, stomped, squished version. That pig is rotating. Oh, we had a rotating pig as well. Oh shit, what? Ah, dude, I murdered the rotating pig. I didn't even think about it. Stomped fish? Stomping fish? Fishing, stomping, squishy fish? Was the star frowning because it couldn't hear the awesome music because it has no ears? What is that melody? What is that melody? Ah, dude. I was going on... Be Jonas, you're, like, don't even joke about it, because I was going off earlier about how it's insane that retro games were able to just provide the absolute most banger music you've ever heard with just like a handful of beeps and boops. Just like a couple of chirps. A chirp and some chirps and choops and chirps and boops and doops and cheeps. And you're about to hear the sickest soundtrack in your life. Like, sure, Mario Land 2, the soundtrack, it bops. It's alright, it goes pretty good. Wouldn't say it goes hard, but it goes good. It'll get stuck in your head, maybe. Dude, not me just falling for the exact same nonsense. Alright, here you go. You're about to see me no-hit this. This is easy. Easy. Easy! Ah! I thought it was the high bouncing one I threw. I'm throwing, dude. I'm absolutely throwing. I could not tell what the squished fish... The fish push. I have no idea what you played. I'm baffled. To be fair, you're talking to a guy who has very... I'm not exactly that cultured when it comes to video games. I've played a variety of games. I've not played that wide a variety of games. You're talking to a guy who has seen like 5 movies from the 90s. Okay, not really. But name a horror movie and I've probably not seen it. I've not seen Friday... I've seen... No, I don't think I've seen Friday the 13th. I've not seen any of the Friday the 13th movies. I've not seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I've not seen... Maybe I saw Friday the 13th? I can't remember. If I, like, watched it on a movie night or something. But I don't think I have. I have not watched... What else have I not watched? Now I just can't think of movies. But the fact that I can't name... You know what? I'm probably better off naming the movies I have watched. I've watched a few Disney movies, but I've actually, like... I grew up with a few Disney movies, but there was a lot of Disney movies that I just kind of, like... There we go. Easy. This game is easy. You speedrun this game! Oh, damn. Damn. He speedruns the game about fishing. Ah, dude, I did watch America the Motion Picture, and you were there for that movie night. I don't know if you guys have ever watched America the Motion Picture, but it's an animated documentary about the origins of America. That's it. That's all it is. Listen, as a young wee 2 to 3 year old, I never beat this game. But now, as a young man of a wee lad of 25 years of age, I never got to see what the 999 coins would give us. I just know we got scammed because the only time we've done this, all I got was like 1 up. Oh, good. At least we got one. Okay, listen. I grew up with Tarzan. I love Tarzan. I grew up with Aladdin. I grew up with what else did I grow up with? Lilo and Stitch. I love that. Oh man, I loved Lilo and Stitch so much. I did not. I owned like a DVD box that was like a game that you would play on the TV. It was like, okay, I don't know if I should bring it or not. It's in... Okay, it's in a box in the living room. It's in a chest. Okay, it's not in a box. We have a chest in our living room. And... Alright, before we approach the final boss, or however many levels are in here, I just know that I grew up with a few Disney movies, but there's also like some super classic Disney movies that I just apparently skipped out on. Lion King, I never really grew up. I didn't watch it. Haven't watched Lion King. I have not watched Beauty and the Beast. I watched Hercules, but I watched it when I was like more of a teenager. I didn't watch it when I was a kid. I watched the Aristocats, however. The Aristocats I watched as a little kid. I loved that movie. Dude, everybody wants to be a cat. Ah! Sorry, didn't mean to panic. Panic, everybody. But, I don't know. I'm not sure if I should say my tastes were unconventional or not. But I definitely missed out on a lot of media. And as an only child, I was gonna say as a single child. As an only child, oh, here we go. There goes our power up. As an only child, I feel like I missed out on a lot of multiplayer games. But that didn't stop me from trying, okay? I loved the GameCube. GameCube was basically my favorite Nintendo console. And Mario Party 4, I played the hell out of that. I was alone. I would play it against the computer, but I played it. That didn't stop me from having a good time. I watched Zootopia. It did not make me a furry cultist. I know you probably would have wished it to be so. But Zootopia did not induct me into the world of furryism. As hard as you would have enjoyed. Oh, that's lava. I thought that was water. I didn't think I was that injured. The rotating cow has black spots on white. Have you watched 101 Dalmatians? Damn, I was ignoring the question, but... okay. I'm not exactly sure if I watched it. I have, like, recollection. I know bits and pieces of the 101 Dalmatians, but I can't remember if I watched it or not. Because I never really, like, was too big on the 101 Dalmatians. And now, by the way, like, that's it. I'm done with the... I'm done with the riddles, with the mysteries, with the puzzles. I need to know. We have a speedrunner in our midst. I've never okay, the only thing I've ever speedrun in my life ever was Spelunky 2 because it was one of the achievements you could get. And I actually did it. I can't remember how. I think I beat the game in like under 10 minutes. I don't remember. But that's like the only thing I've ever tried to speedrun ever. I've never been like a speedrunner at all, period. Let's see. What is this man up to? What does he occupy his time with? But this man is an enjoyer of Super Mario Land 2! Let's go. You love to see it. And Beat Saber. Yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. You're a Beat Saber enthusiast. I have a VR that I only have a sparing few amount of VR games. I only really have what I think I have Iron Wolf. I've got Pavlov. I've got what else do I have? I have Davigo. I have what other VR game do I have? There's a few that I haven't played in a hot minute, dude. I'm biffing it. We were speedrunning this level and now I'm biffing it. But it'll be fine. I was speedrunning this. I can't believe I just said that in the presence of an actual speedrunner. It'll be fine. Listen, I'm something of a speedrunner myself. Beat Saber is the only VR game, period. Listen, I've not played it yet, so you have a leg up on me. But I have heard it's a hell of a workout. Are your biceps the size of my forehead? Have you played Beat Saber enough to actually absolutely crush my head in between your biceps? I've heard it's a great workout. Another game that I've heard is fun and a good workout is the monkey tag. Is that what it's called? Monkey tag? The one with the colorful monkeys playing tag? I don't know what it's called, but I've seen it. I've seen it and it looks fun, but it looks like a hell of a workout. That makes me happy for the future of gaming. At least gamers will not always... I hate saying gamers, it feels so weird. But at least gamers won't always be labeled unfit and unathletic if VR games are eventually just gonna be the world's absolutely most funnest workout ever. I know this game has secret blocks. I know it. I know it for a fact. You can't hide them from me. Give me the blocks. Oh, we were talking earlier about how VR games are eventually just gonna absolutely get insane. They're just going to become absolute, like, what? Sword Art Online territory. And I don't have, like, a single doubt of that. Poop! Beat Saber will give you Popeye forearms, but not the huge biceps. Damn it! Another game that I've heard that it's a decent workout is... Oh wait, we have Broken Edge, dude. We haven't played Broken Edge in a while, but Broken Edge is a workout, dude. I've played Broken Edge with some friends of mine, and you sweat. You get a little bit of a sweat trying to like flex and dodge and juke and poke. Like Broken Edge is a fun game. It's good. I think it's more of like a cardio than it is. I forgot you could jump. The game about jumping and being silly. Just jump, forehead. Just jump. Ah! Okay, listen. I got this. Trust. I got this. I want a VR system specifically to play horror games. Oh, dude. I think the only horror game I own for the VR is Phasmophobia, and technically it's not a VR game. It just has VR compatibility. But I've heard horror games for the VR actually go pretty hard. I've not exactly played many of them though. I know like a pretty not famous one, but like one that has a pretty big fan base is FNAF, and I know FNAF has Help Wanted. For the longest time I wanted it because I've heard it's actually a pretty good game, but I kind of fell off FNAF, so I don't know if I actually want it or not. Also, now I'm just doing whatever. I'm biffing it. Gorilla Tag, Ape Escape. Dude, hey, do not disrespect Wii Fit. Hey, not one furry redeemed compliment, please listen. Cultist, I will tell you right now, I am hungry. I'm hungry as balls, and if there's one man, if there's one individual, if there's a creature on this planet that I would trust to absolutely create the most highest quality, awesome, wonderful meal, it's you, man. If I were to tell you, hey, go wild, I know you'd absolutely pop off. If I were to tell, if I was ever told, listen, we need you to, okay, if I was ever held hostage and my kidnappers were like, you need to cook me a 5-star meal that I will actually enjoy. But if I do not enjoy this, I will kill you. You would be the guy that I would call and be like, listen, cultist, I need a guy. I need a guy, and you're the guy. You're that guy, my guy. But another guy who I would trust, absolutely, undoubtedly, to give me cooking advice is David. David loves to cook, and he's never done me wrong. He's never failed me. You know who's failed me? Me. I've failed me. So you know how this game taught you that Koopas and Paragoombas can actually take 2 hits, but there's a way to kill them in just 1 hit? I mean, I mean, I assume as much through the... I assume it would be with the Fire Flower. I don't even know if it's... Oh, and actually, yeah, this game it's a Fire Flower, but I do know... All I know is I've never played Super Mario Land, but there was no such thing as Fire Flower. You had balls, super balls. I don't know whatever happened to Mario's Super Balls. I guess they took them away from him. Dude, I am biffing. How is it that our first try on this level, we just absolutely zammed? You're 20 years too old for FNAF. No, you're pretty, that's it. You're right. Five Nights at Freddy's, it's a cool franchise in concept. Like in practice, I don't think it should have made it past like the 2nd game. The 2nd game was pretty enjoyable. The 3rd game was a dumpster fire. I should know this since I remember playing this for like... When did we like revisit the FNAF franchise? Was it for the anniversary or something? We did like an anniversary stream, or there was a stream at some point. Oh, it was during October. It was a spooky stream where quotation mark spooky. Sorry. I'm playing on an Xbox controller, okay? I'm not used to the A and B buttons being inverted from what Nintendo's layout usually is. I'm nervous. I get nervous when I see you guys, alright? You guys make me nervous. Bunch of handsome motherfuckers like you watching me play video games. Imagine, what am I gonna do with myself? How long? Actually, oh dear, I wanted to ask you while I have your attention. Because I do know sometimes, usually, if I raid someone at the end of the stream, I might be a little tired. So I don't usually stick around for that long. I don't know how long I have your attention. I wanted to ask you, I've never really gotten into speedrunning, and I've never known someone who's like an actual speedrunner. How long have you been like into speedrunning? Has that been an always thing, or is that something you got into over time? And why Super Mario Land 2? And actually, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe it ain't Super Mario Land 2, but hey, listen, the Twitch recents, they would never lie to me. Why would they lie to me? Alright, listen, it's just a game about platforming. It's just a little platforming. What could go wrong? You just need to... Just land, idiot. Just press A button to jump. I got the C. The screaming was necessary, I'm sorry. It helped me lock in. I know there's... Oh! Hey! Oh! Excuse me. Oh! Are you serious? Are you serious? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Damn. Biff the timing. I can't... Why am I like this? I didn't try going back through the pipe. Maybe I could have been able to go back through the pipe. There's a few other ways. The fire flower, the star, throw a shell at him, and there's a fourth simplest way to one-hit kill them. Wow, Jonas, you're in rhythm. Jonas, you're a silly guy. You're trying to put my neurons to the test. I know this. I can sense it. You want my neurons to work into overdrive. I can tell. Wait, oh my god! No, I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry. I was scrolling through chat. Oh no, Jonas! No! Jonas! What have I done? I have timed out Jonas. Oh no. I can't believe I've done this. I was reading those. Oh man. I feel so sad. No, Jonas. I can do this. I'm so sorry. I can do this. Here we go. I'll fix this. I'll fix this. I will give us justice for Jonas. Oh, there you go. Thank you. I was gonna do it. For those of you curious as to how I could possibly time someone out on accident, I'll explain it. I'm a one monitor Andy. I just have one monitor because before this past year, I've been streaming for 3 years somehow. And the first 2 years of my streaming, I did it on a laptop. A laptop! I've streamed on a laptop. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And this past year, I actually was able to finally get a PC, and I still have only one monitor. And for as long as I've been streaming, my Twitch chat monitor situation is... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jonas. Wow. Welcome back. I use my tablet, okay? This is you guys. Say hello to yourselves. I don't know if I've ever shown Twitch chat to Twitch chat. This is you, Twitch chat. This is you. This is where I read my Twitch chat. This is it. It's a touch. It's a Surface Pro. It's a touch tablet situation, all right? So I scroll with my thumb. And yeah, I'm telling you guys, you're handsome motherfuckers. And I guess I fat thumbed it. I just tapped one too many times on Jonas's messages. So his riddles are now gone into the abyss. But at least I did. Man, actually, now that I notice, I read through most of the sentence, but I didn't actually see the fourth simplest way. I just remember the star, the flower, and I couldn't remember what other ones. Twitch chat on the green screen back. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. This man has neurons. This man's thinking. I got into speedrunning through. Come on, stop. There we go. Through Dark Souls. Back in 2012. Tomorrowland 2 was more like an accident. I raced it with a friend and then stuck with it out of competitiveness. And now that I realize that I enjoy the grind, here we are now. That's awesome. That's really awesome, man. Like I said, I've never really gotten into speedrunning. Never been my thing, but I've always found it fascinating. I'm the kind of guy who's never really speedrun a game, but I will 100% like watch a just 5-hour speedrun essay on YouTube. That's the only speedrun essays I remember actually watching are one for I've watched a few speedrun essays for for Mario 64. I've watched a few speedrun essays on The Legend of Zelda. I am always fascinated by the gossip, by the speedrun gossip when it's like, oh, this famous speedrunner was actually a cheater. This is how he was caught. Those videos of just like going into detail about how they realized they were actually a cheater, but like what came out of the situation, those things I just find them fascinating. But it's always wonderful to see just how people... What? I think I just got scammed. That wasn't a skill issue. That wasn't a skill issue. You saw my foot. My foot was on the platform. I need a referee up in here. But yeah, that's so awesome. Listen, we have a professional in our midst. I feel like speedrunners are like the professionals. Not the most common. Actually, yeah, they're definitely like more speedrunners than there are like esports competitive gamers. So I feel like speedrunners are like the more common gaming professional. Poop. Dude, I've been biffing it. It's always wonderful to see how people... Also, dude, I didn't realize I'd seen that message, that emote the first time. I was like, what is that? And then I realized it's Mario biffing it. Dude, good job. Good emote. I like your emote. Beautiful emote. Wonderful emote. You know who was complaining about emotes the other day? Our good friend Cultist over here. Not one. Not one was sad because one of his enjoyed streamers did like a complete rebrand. So they were changing their emotes. Ah, poopy. Dude, the first try we did of this level, we got so much further than we are doing now consistently. What is this? And you know what? I feel like that's something I like to call the Donkey Kong effect. I don't know if you guys have played Donkey Kong Country. I've not played the originals. I've played... My exposure to Donkey Kong Country are the Wii remakes, Donkey Kong Country Returns. I loved those games. I feel like they were great games. I can't compare them to the originals, but I really enjoyed those games. And I noticed with Donkey Kong Country that if you die once, you start dying several times. The first time you die leads to a spiral of dying. And no, I refuse to believe it's my imagination. I'm serious. Like, I call it the Donkey Kong Country. Oh, come on. Ah, I can't go back then. Ah, why like this? Don't do it. There we go. See? Easy. Oh, man, there's more. I got this. I'm not panicking. I would never panic. Me? Panic under pressure? Poop. Why am I like this? Do you suppose I should start telling the streamer how to avoid the game over? It's okay. I know about the shop. When I was a kid, I didn't know about the shop. Okay. Most casual players need between 3 to 30 lives, so you might game over. If you game over, you have to replay all the boss levels. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that very, very clearly because as a kid, when I was like 2 years old, I received the Game Boy Color, and I never got to beat this game. I think I remember fighting Wario like once. But I do remember fighting all the bosses like a billion different times. I remember like fighting all the bosses a billion different times. Also, I find it fascinating, Jonas, that you guys have like played through and enjoyed this game so much that you actually know the average lives it takes for the casual gamer to defeat this. All right, listen. Guys, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is it. This is the last. Ah, shit. I was gonna say this is the last run. You're gonna see me beat it. No more silly shenanigans. We were having a chill time. We were vibing, but now this is it. I'm locked in. I can make this non-lethal jump. I can grab them. I'm locked in. No, yeah. Thankfully, hey, listen, this has all been one try, all right? This has been a one try Tito. I don't think that one works, but hey. No way I'm game over, and I'm gonna make my 2-year-old self proud. He never beat the game. I'm gonna beat it for him. I am going to make him so proud. I did it. I did it, chat. I didn't pick up speed. I didn't pick up speed. I'm throwing. Oh, so wait a minute. So usually what would you consider to be your run killer? Because I know like certain games can have like, or at least, or certain like speedruns can have like really bad run killer segments. I've heard, oh, I remember also watching like a Banjo-Kazooie like speedrun video, and for Banjo-Kazooie, like, sorry. Shit, I panicked. I pooped it. That's it, I biffed it. Banjo-Kazooie, the speedrun killer was the final segment, like, right before the final boss. Like, Gruntilda's, like, board game segment. I don't know how many of you have played Banjo-Kazooie. But you know what, actually, you know what, let's go spend some money. Let's go spend some money. Let's go get our power up. Let's go get our little... Let's have ourselves a good time. And then we'll come back with renewed vigor. You're so young to have played this game as a 2-year-old. Listen, I'm 25. I'm just 25, going on 26. I'm just a young boy now. I'm still not over the fact that we keep getting scammed over this 200 one. I think the 50 one is probably more profitable, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Dude! Maybe there's logic to this. Maybe it's not completely randomized. Maybe I actually have to look at how I do this. I'm not gonna think about it. Surely I'm wrong. One life, baby. We got one life. Let's freaking go! Listen, I may not remember much. Dude, I really spent all my money, didn't I? You know what? We might as well. We might as well spend these 50 coins. Here we go. Oh, that mushrooms really came in clutch, huh? Did that downgrade us? Yeah. Oh, dude. That's all we need. 8 lives. The final countdown. I don't remember much about my Game Boy Color days. I do remember more about my N64. I did have an N64 that I just absolutely enjoyed the absolute hell out of. But the console that I remember the most out of was either the Wii or the DS. I had like basically every freaking DS there was. I would just like trade them in and like trade in games and like save up a bunch of money. Like I was just like such a huge Nintendo kid. I remember having the original DS. I had the DS Lite. I had the DSi, dude. The DSi was kind of... probably wasn't that necessary. The 3DS went so much harder. But the camera was pretty cool. It was a great feature. Not gonna lie. The little micro games on the DSi. Dude, I hate this. This next jump, I hate it. I hate it. Okay, let's think. Let's see a timing. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. No! Not me biffing it. The space... I actually managed to do the space boss in one... No, I did it in 2 tries, actually. But now that you mention it, yeah, the space boss was literally, like, the most annoying boss we've faced today, besides, for some reason, the witch. Dude, I really just, like, kept biffing it on the witch. The witch was just, like, not doing it for me. It took us, like, I think 5-6 tries to do the witch for some reason. And I could not understand why. The other one we struggled a little bit with was the pigs for some reason. Probably because you guys made me nervous. I'm a little nervous. But besides those, I think we pretty much, like, first tried every other boss. Pretty much. Oh, dude, I really thought I dodged it. I keep... That's the spike ball I keep having, like, issues with. All the others, I'm not really struggling with, but... Listen, if I had one complaint about this level so far, it's only, like, that one platform. It's that one platform. That's my struggle. That one platform is my run killer. What? Okay, listen. Like, that other platform, right? These platform section, that's, like, this is, like, my least favorite section of this, like, level. The witch is RNG? Oh, damn. I didn't consider the witch to actually be, like, a run killer. I thought it was just me being an absolute bozo. But to be fair, RNG, from a little I know of speedrunning, tends to be, like, the pain in the ass. Any segment that you have, like, no control over, absolutely ridiculous. RNG is always such a strange factor in like, speedruns, because it can lead you either to the... Play that tape again. Play that back. That was a biffed. That was a... Actually... Oh, I got too excited there. That was a scuffed hitbox, and you know it. Alright, here we go. Anything that can make you lose 2+ seconds has the potential to kill a run. That's crazy. Especially because you guys do, like, a lot of practice runs. People don't really usually see that aspect of speedrunning. Speedrunning is a lot of practice. And just you being able to have beat your personal records, like set personal records, is absolutely massive. I'm overthinking this. Alright, wait a minute. Alright, this is gonna be a silent attempt. I'm going to attempt to log in. Pause during the long death animation. Reset console to avoid losing life. Oh, that's fascinating. I didn't know that. See the practice on Twitch for many speedrunners. That's so nice. Having people to support you as you're practicing your hobby is also, like, such a boon. People really underestimate the value of just a little support. A little kindness goes a long way. Because some days you don't have the energy to do something. Man, I'm really struggling with that, whatchamacallit? That platform. There's no trick involved, it's just skill. It's just skill on that one platform that I just keep biffing. Can't believe I wasted all my money on gambling. Honey, I lost the kids. I lost the house. How am I gonna explain this to my girlfriend? Oh man. It's so over. How am I gonna explain that I lost the house? We're gonna have to live on crackers. Dry crackers and crisps. Difference? I don't know. That's it. That's our future. Don't worry. We've got 3 lives. We'll make them count. Worst case scenario, I'll start saving lives after 2 on the final life. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Time to log in. Ah, we overthought it. I don't know why I pulled back. We were right there. The Wario fists aren't that bad. Alright, we can do this. When you say reset console, do you mean just literally reset it? Because I've never known just how the saving in this works. Because I wouldn't want to reset and just straight up biff it. Okay, literally reset, got it. They couldn't just give me the bunny ears, huh? They couldn't just give me the bunny ears. What's the A button? I forgot where the A button is. That's how focused I am. God, I hate this section. I hate it. Oh man, I pressed the frickin'... Alright, this is the last time. This is our last chance before we reset the console. But I can't believe it, man. I pressed the wrong button. I literally pressed the wrong button. Here we go. This is serious time. The last game I emulated was the Game Boy version of Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Or not Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I guess you should say like Donkey Kong itself, like Donkey Kong. Dude, got distracted. And I actually started losing my mind at the end of the stream because I actually now remember that was another like Game Boy game that I had growing up, but I never got around to beating. I know I got pretty far, but I never really got around to beating it. And I was like, you know what, let's just do it on stream. And I didn't know how many levels that game had. Holy crap. Like, the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong has so many levels. My Mario jumped and flipped and backflipped and turned and did so many tricks that I was dizzy at the end of the stream. I was like, dude, what the hell? I didn't want to see Donkey Kong's mug ever again. Dude, all right, where is the A button? There it is. Holy shit, what just happened? Don't worry about it. Oop. Are there 0 lives? Ah, whatever. Fine. Fine. I'll restart the things. I'll reset. Why not? Feels so sad. Oh Jesus, we have all our lives. Oh, when was the last time this saves? Just like when you unlock it? Really? Damn. Oh, we just have the 1 life. That's strange. Then what did the 26 stand for? What is the 26? What am I doing? I'm changing this. I'm flipping the script. What am I doing? What am I doing? Alright. I forgot about that one. Damn, I forgot about that one. If you see the game over text, then it's too late to reset. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, here we go. Listen, I'm doing this for my past. I don't know if you guys have ever had a game that you used to play when you were like younger that you just never got around to beating. But I'd recommend it. It's satisfying. There's a unique satisfaction to actually vanquishing the one game that seemed impossible when you were younger. Hey, there's consistency. They're starting to see some consistency. We're starting to believe. Dude, I imagine Odir does this so quickly. Dude, I did not hold the button down appropriately. I don't think I can make this one walking. I do need to run for this one. And I keep pulling back. I keep pulling back on the freaking jump and I'm cutting myself short. Oh, 26. I see. I've never wondered how many levels this game actually has. I know there's a few like additional ones that I haven't exactly gone for, that are just like extras that give you more coins and whatnot. I know there's some secret levels that apparently I had never even unlocked as a kid. I didn't even know they were a thing. That's only something we just now stumbled upon as we played the game this time. But when I was a kid, I don't remember ever unlocking any of those. But they all just feel like bonus content. Bonus. They're all bonus. I've not yet seen like a secret level that's like, oh, welcome to Star Road. That's definitely a later addition to the Mario lore, to the universe. Alright, press the B button. Remember where it is. You know what would make me happy? The carrot. I pressed both the buttons because I panicked. Well, at least we're consistent. Consistency. I'm beginning to believe. The first time we went through this level, I did not think this was lava. I thought this was... Dude! I keep... I'm overthinking that one. I thought that was water. I was like, oh, hey, it's water. Thanks, dear. Thanks, dear. Great to know I can count on you. You can jump from the second last skull platform to the last one, skipping over the island between. Oh, there you go. Hey, yo. Excuse me. This is news. This is knowledge. Oh, duh! Forgot about that. I turned off my brain for a second. I was actually just enjoying the game instead of just being a completionist. Oh, dude, I really thought I was gonna get hurt there. Listen, we're getting across unscathed. Oh, dude, from here to speedrunning, it's just one small step. Clearly, surely. Well, tune in next stream, and you're gonna see me absolutely blasting through this game. Just you wait. Just you wait. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ah! I thought I moved it. Amongst the other, not every game I've emulated is a Game Boy game, however. There have been GameCube games. We did play Luigi's Mansion. I had indeed beaten that game as a kid. I just loved revisiting it. Luigi's Mansion 1 is my favorite entry of the franchise. I feel like the sequels never really captured the rest of the, like, I don't know, it just, the sequel, I've only ever played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, like, as far as the sequels go. I enjoyed it, but it didn't really live up to the first one in my opinion. I've heard the third one is great though. I've not gotten around to playing it. I don't have a Switch. I did play Pikmin 1. I love the Pikmin franchise. I feel like is a real, like, huge sleeper hit. You can jump from the second last skull platform to the last one, skipping over. Okay. Interesting. Instructions unclear. Forgot to jump. Listen. Say whatever you want about this game. My one regret is the gambling. I can't believe I lost all my money. This is some nonsense. Can't believe this game sucked out all my coins in nothing. 3 tries. That's it. I thought I was rich. I thought I had so much coins. Clearly I was wrong. Clearly I was wrong. The spiked platform is in the perfect spot to be so annoying. That's fine. This isn't Wario Land. It doesn't matter if you lose all your money. I've never played the Wario Land games. That's why I haven't checked out Pizza Tower, because I feel like Pizza Tower is a huge homage to the Wario Land franchise. But I've heard the Wario Land games are really good. And apparently it's like criminally... apparently it's just criminal, straight up criminal that Nintendo hasn't like released more Wario Land games. The only Wario Land game I've ever played is Wario Land Shake It, but I've heard it doesn't hold up as well as the previous games in the franchise. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I can't believe I'm consistently doing that platform. I'm proud. Proud of myself. Progress, growth, change. These freaking platforms are gonna be the end of me. You keep telling me I could just jump straight to the other one. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm afraid. Dude, I think we've spent like at least 30 lives here. We've spent at least 30 lives here. We can do this. Come on. Welcome to this part of the stream where we just focus on getting through the experience. Jeez. To be fair, I assume and understand that resetting is a huge part of speedrunning. Just resetting and resetting and resetting is just like a massive part of the speedrunning experience. I got too excited. I was really hoping to just like crouch under it. But I forgot that there's no crouching midair in this game. No crouching midair, only spin. No crouch, only spin. Let's go for that 100 deaths, baby! No. No. You're mistaken, cultist. You're mistaken because this is where you. This is. I thought I was doing. This is where you see it. This is where you see it. I don't know what to expect here. Just don't jump too high. Jumped too high. The one instruction I should have followed. Surely there's a hidden block. Oh, the level just goes on, huh? This level just goes on. Oh, who is this idiot? Mini boss, okay. Thank you. That was cool, very fun. Oh, shit. It's two of them. Oop. I would have loved to go in with a power-up. Don't tell me there's gonna be 3, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, dude. Nailed it. Speedrunner. Speedrunner tactic in my blood. How many of these are there? Oh, thank God. Good guy, Nintendo. He's wily. He's a wily one. Ah, he's wily. Ah. All he did was move from side to side. Ah, I can't believe I panicked. I panicked. All he did was move from side to side. He was just so thick, guys. You need to understand he was so wide. The W on his cap, it stands for wide load. It was so intimidating. Oh, that's actually a much easier way of doing that one. It was so intimidating, you just don't understand. No, that's not good. Crazy on this. Alright. I'm roasting that, man. I'm toasting him. Get out of here. I'm speedrunning this level. I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. Sick and tired. Let's get out of here. I'm just glad that there's actual consistency. But so help me. Those freaking Wario like mini bosses were so annoying. I was afraid. I thought there was gonna be a third one. If there were 3 at that last one, I don't think I was gonna make it. Dude. My gamer genes, they're kicking in. Ah, I already forgot about this thing. We were doing so well. We were doing so well until I forgot about these idiots. Ah! Actually, wait, I don't... Oops, poops. Oopsie poops. I forgot to pause. Alright, listen. 0 lives, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Now this is what separates the boys from the men. Now this. I hope everyone's wearing their brown pants, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna need them. No more safety net. I forget to pause and that's it. It's all Jover. It's all Jover. This might very well be the final attempt. This might very well mark the end. Will I disappoint my past self? Ah, damn, I did. I was gonna be so badass if I did that attempt. That was gonna be so badass. You have blue shorts? It's Sunday. We don't need to wear pants at all. You know what, dude? You remind me of my best friend. The dude wears so little clothing. It's unnatural. No, actually, it's perfectly natural. It's insane. The dude... We could return to Monkey and he would be so happy. He would be so happy. Okay, what part of this? I remember now. I'm fairly certain one of the, like, skull platforms I keep jumping over, one of them is unnecessary. Like, not just that last one I skipped, but I think another one is pretty unnecessary. I need more information. I need more data. I need more data! I can't believe I died here, dude. Of all places. That one platform still makes me nervous. Still makes me nervous. Still makes me nervous. Still makes me nervous. But I won't lose my fire flower to... Never mind. Never mind, never mind. I didn't say anything. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna lose it to this thing this time. Hi, so I knew it. I thought about it too hard. Oh, we're good. Easy game. Easy game. You thought I was gonna die to that? You thought I was gonna actually die? Please. Please, this game's easy. Dude, that one jump, why? Oh, they go up. So the more time you waste on them, I see. I see. Can you just like run past this part? I feel like you could, but I don't know. I'm just playing it safe. I feel like you could probably just run past this part. And you can just like re-jump them, but I kind of got lucky that one time. I didn't want to risk it. Dude, annoying. Ah! That's annoying. Ah, dude, can't believe I did it the first time. Listen, if only I had the flower. I keep losing that fire flower, man. I don't know, it's cursed. It's not me, it's not a skill issue. It's not a skill issue, I promise. Ah! My brain turned it off. Turned off my brain. I keep thinking new Super Mario Bros. Where you can just like crouch midair. You know what silly like mechanic of the new Mario Bros. That I enjoy for like no reason? Be careful, this is your last. So now you have to reset every single time. Real Toxic 94, great question. This is the first handheld game I remember playing. I remember when I was 2 years old, one of my aunts was like, hey, if you learn to like use the toilet, like potty train, because I was using Pampers or something like when I was 1.5 or whatever. And by my second birthday, my aunt went like, hey, if you learn to use the toilet, I will give you this Game Boy Color. And that same day, I just learned it. I was like, all right, bet. And I just did it. I just used the toilet and I never looked back. I've been using toilets ever since. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at using them. And this is the first game I ever remember playing on that thing. I mentioned another one that I owned, which was Donkey Kong, the Game Boy version, but I do not remember. I remember playing that after this one, but I don't remember if I had that one for the Game Boy Advance or not. Huh. Listen, I said I was good at using a toilet. I didn't say I was a professional. A competitive toilet user. I'm not signing up for the G Sports anytime soon. The G Sports? Why did I say G Sports? The G Sports. The T Sports. There we go. The T Sports. I might go, yeah, I don't know. I'm a pretty good pooper. Might go pro next season. Not sure. I pressed when I'm not sure, because I'm playing with an Xbox controller. When I'm not sure which button to press, I just press them both. Because I get switched up, man. I feel like if I slow down, this is harder. Poop. If I slow, that section is harder if you slow down, but fast, the piece for it. Dude, it was right there. It was right there and I missed it. The P Sports. I've heard there are, you know, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. I don't know, P Sports was a pretty weird sequel to Wii Sports. I don't know. I just feel like they deviated a lot from the formula. It could have been better. As far as sequels go, P Sports, I don't know. Did you guys ever own Wii Play? I think my grandparents, like from on my father's side, that they used to live in New York, they owned Wii Play. They loved that game. I never owned it though. I felt like Wii Play was just like a, I don't know, I just never got it. Probably because I didn't have people to play it with. The main appeal of the Wii really was just like, hey, it's a family console. It's like great multiplayer games. That was it, wasn't it? Because it had good single player games, but like, they weren't like the main selling point of the franchise of the console. Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! That one platform is still so questionable, man. I feel like as far as running speed goes, what the hell did I just do? Speedrun strategy, baby. Ah, poop. I just did like a weird little jump right there. I don't know. I just like tap jumped from freaking platform to platform. I don't know what I did, but yeah, I'm kind of cracked. Okay, listen. I think we've surpassed 40. If I had to put a number on the attempts, I think we're probably reaching 50. Nah, we're probably at 40. I don't know what we're at. If I had to put a number, I think we're like at, I'd like to say we're at 40. I don't know. Maybe we're at 40. Listen, the VOD will reveal all. We can go back and make a death montage on the VOD if that'll make you happy. If witnessing my suffering will cause you enjoyment, so help me. It's time to get tortured. Alright, guys. Wario scared me once. He absolutely baffled my ability to jump on head. But not this time. This time I'm ready. I won't be terrified by the visage of a man 3 times my size. Either the VOD or Jonas's abacus. Nah, he's feeling nice today. He's not totaling my pain and suffering. Easy game. Easy game. We've got the fire flower too, baby. Ah, easy money. Double fire flower, baby. Oh, dude, I pooped myself a little. I pooped a little bit. Came out. That was terrifying. Speedrunner. That's it. Certified. I'm gonna go print out my certificate after this. I wonder how many fire flower hits it takes. Speedrun wise, it seems jumping is the way to go. Damn. Dude, I can't believe I biffed that. First time I did that, like, no hit, didn't I? Alright. Wario, you silly, silly fat man. Give me my house back. I should be careful with those. I was gonna say I should be careful with those lamps. I didn't finish the sentence. I didn't finish the sentence. I was gonna say I should be careful with those lamps. Chandelier. Thank you. Dude, that's it. Speedrun mode. Here we go. I assume during speedrunning, some areas it's ideal to be like with power-ups, because I assume like taking some hits will save you time on a run instead of having to wait to not take the hit. That's my assumption. Do that freaking shit. Ah, poop. There's gotta be timing for this. What? Whatever. I can't believe I biffed that. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Do I even have to jump for that second one? That was so weird. Don't tell me there's one. Do I not have to jump for that skull? That's crazy. What is happening there? That's the second time I've noticed that happen. There's some silly shenanigans going on with that freaking skull platform that I am not, like, processing. There's something strange going on here. Poop. I really wanted to... I wanted to speedrun it. I wanted to go fast, okay? I didn't grow up with Sonic the same way my friend David did. He can probably... I've never really been able to go fast on a Sonic game. I've never really played Sonic games. But I know the originals, like, you're supposed to go as fast as you can. But if I ever went that fast, I always, like, ended up hitting enemies and objects. I could never tell how to really go fast on a Sonic game. I've never really gotten the hang of it. I'm not sure if you were, like, supposed to replay them. You were supposed to replay them, so you got, like, a hang of, like, what was to come, so you could actually dodge the objects in the levels. Iframe abuse, damage boosting is a thing in many games. Yes, okay, good. I have logic. I have logic. This one platform that I'm afraid of, I just kind of like immediately go because I feel like if I overthink it, then I just straight up lose it. There. Alright, here we go. Attempt number 500, baby! Oh, wake up. Wake up. You fell asleep. You fell asleep. It's okay. It's only been 500 attempts. Wake up. I've got this. Wake up. It wasn't your fault. Not your fault. Wake up. The accident. You need to get over it. You need to forgive yourself. It's always silly when you fail at the areas you've already like really mastered. Of course you're supposed to replay them. What kind of games do you think they are? Modern AAA games that you can only enjoy once because the gameplay is so bad? Dude, there is a game that I can only really truly experience for the first time, and not because it's bad, but because that's what the experience was tailored behind, and that was Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is such a great experience. I don't know if you've ever played it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's a game. It's an exploration game. It's like a space exploration game where the concept of the game, the main like concept, is that you're stuck in a time loop. You don't know why. You don't know how. And the whole appeal of the game is like exploring, figuring out the mysteries around like why you're stuck in that loop, how you're stuck in that loop, how to break the loop. And it's really, really fascinating. My friend David was really just like trying to get me into the game for the longest time, and I streamed it last year. It was a shame that I streamed it before I actually started recording VODs, or else, dude, that's a wonderful... I would have loved to like revisit my reaction to that game. It's such a good experience, like story-wise, gameplay-wise, it's fun. It's just great, a great experience. Just an awesome experience overall. I'm sick and tired of this, Wario. Give me my house. What the hell? What was that sound effect? What was that sound? What the hell? That was weird. Give me my house back, Wario. I want my house back. Okay, so you need to wait. I want to try the timing. Damn, I keep getting myself into that corner with that thing. Ah, poop. I pooped it. I was so locked in and I pooped it. Echoes of the Eye. Dude, I need to do the DLC. I still haven't. I don't know. I haven't felt emotionally prepared after that first experience. I still can't believe Autopilot just absolutely flew me into that freaking DLC portion. And it was because I went to take a bathroom break too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put the autopilot on and we'll be there in no time. And then when I like came back or something, I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened. I looked away for something. And then when I looked back, I was in the DLC. I was like, what? Where the hell? It's not your house. Mario never had a castle. You are stealing Wario's castle now. Don't believe what Mario lies in the paper manual. Damn. Now I don't know what to believe. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys were ever weirdos like me, but when I was a kid, I loved to collect the instruction booklets, the paper manuals the games came with. I loved those things. I really just loved collecting them. And one day I just had a shoebox full of manuals. Oh, dude, for like GameCube manuals, Wii manuals, and it made me sad because when the Wii came out, the manuals got smaller and smaller. But during the GameCube era, dude, the manuals were really like thick and detailed. They were super satisfying. I don't know, they just tingled my brain. I loved those things. But don't worry, I didn't steal them. I only collected my own. But one day, one fateful day of me collecting dozens upon dozens of manuals, I noticed that they actually had Club Nintendo codes on them. I was like, wait a minute, what? What are these? So one day, I went, wait a minute, I signed up for Club Nintendo, and I took my, like, I don't know, 50 manuals? I don't know how many manuals I had. I had so many manuals. I just one day grabbed them all and started writing down, like, inserting the Club Nintendo codes into, like, the website itself. Because you would get points for every one-time code on those manuals. And those points you would be able to redeem for, like, Club Nintendo rewards. And apparently, you're not supposed to have, like, that many. You're not, like, unless you just, like, buy a ton of video games. But since I had saved up, like, years of manuals ever since, like, the GameCube era, I ended up redeeming, I don't know. I really don't know how many I ended up redeeming. All I know is I redeemed them all at once in, like, one go. And I made it to, like, silver or gold or I don't know what. There were, like, tiers that you could get to based on, like, the amount of points you would redeem. And I just remember I got to, like, the best tier or whatever, or the second best tier, I don't remember. And I just ordered myself, like, a commemorative pin set. Like, it's a set of pins that when you turn them, they come in a box, and when you... Actually, I can show you. I ended up losing one of them because they got stolen or something. Jesus, I'm making a mess. This is it. Like, this is the pin set. The two mushrooms, there was the normal mushroom and the 1-up mushroom. And the 1-up mushroom either fell off my school book bag, but I'm pretty sure someone stole it. I don't know. I think someone stole it. I think someone stole my 1-up mushroom. And if you turn these around, they do different designs. This is the one I have it having right now. See, like Club Nintendo. But, like, if you turn it around, it has, like, the flagpole. I think it has, like, a Starman or something. It's just, like, the one thing I ordered from Club Nintendo because it was, like, a reward. All I know is it's missing one, and I'm so sad about that. I'm fairly certain I got stolen. But yeah, that's, like, the one collectible I have from Club Nintendo. One day your mother threw the shoebox out and I would have lost my mind. Please tell me that the redemption reward was the rotating cow. They allow him into the exclusive Nintendo Gold waiting room in the airport before flights. Oh, dude. Speaking of, like, gold. Though, I've not played, like, basically any Wario Land games, but I did play Wario Land Shake It for the Wii. However, I was a little disappointed. It felt, like, really short. It was a super short game. But I did enjoy it. I did play Wario World for the GameCube, and wow, what an unhinged experience that was. What an unhinged experience that was. I don't know what I just did, but I schmoozed. I schmooved and finagled the shit out of that piranha plant. Oh, I don't... Dude, what? You know what? Just go with it. Just go with it. Just go with it. I know some games have, like, really absolutely mind-boggling speedrun records, but I've never asked, actually, what category do you speedrun for? Because I know usually there's, like, any percent, there's, like, glitchless. What category do you usually speedrun this game for? Are you actually saying, like, a serious thing? I don't know if you're pulling my leg or not. Ah, dude, I messed up. I didn't jump. All I had to do was jump. You just have to follow the damn train. I say as I've never played a GTA game in my life. You've run all of them. Ah, that's cool. Do you have any preference? Do you have any preference of categories like in general across different games, or just like do you have preferences depending on the game that you run? Because you did tell me you started with a different game and then just eventually settled into Super Mario Land 2. Also, I was gonna say, you've got quite the community going on. I'm impressed, because you did raid me with 50 people. I didn't know Super Mario Land had such an avid community. That might just be like a speedrunning community in general. I'm not sure if you like speedrun different games. That's awesome, man. Glad you've got yourself a good community. I've got a small, beautiful community myself. I honestly would never ever give up any of the silly individuals that make up my community. They're all so wonderful in their own ways. So I really do hope you carve yourself out a comfortable spot of the internet for you and your own. It's always nice when people can have a space to share their interests. I always like to say the reason I do streaming is because I enjoy sharing the things I love with people I love to share them with. That's really what makes me stream. Otherwise, I really wouldn't be doing this, because I'll be playing video games my whole life. That I know for a fact. But what I do know is that I do the streaming just because I also love sharing the experience with people. Because, sure, I'll be playing games my whole life, but the fun of streaming isn't playing the game. I find, or at least not for me. For me, the fun of streaming is just actually sharing the experience. Sharing the experience. Actually having people witness my misery. Witness my joy. There have been so many games. Sorry, I've not played that many games like on stream. There have been a few games that I've played on stream that I'm like, wow, playing this game on stream 100% made the experience so much better. Because sometimes there are days, and I assume this happens when you're speedrunning as well, there are days when it feels like it's just you in the game, because people are lurking, people are chilling, not that many people tuned in on that day. It could be like a plethora of reasons. But then when it comes to, but then there are days when everyone's popping off, everyone's like watching actively, chatting, talking. It feels like you're really just like having a shared experience. It does not feel like you're alone. And it's those times that really feel beautiful. Just follow Oh Dear on Twitch or YouTube. What other games have you played on stream? Okay, so consistently, I used to play a lot of Dead by Daylight. I'm a pretty big fan of asymmetrical games. I really like asymmetrical games in general. It's just a shame that a lot of them don't really like make it off the ground. I don't know, the asymmetrical genre is like somewhat cursed for some reason. I haven't had that happen to me in a while. Let's go for 60, baby! Let's go for 60 runs! But let's see. I've streamed Dead by Daylight. I've streamed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I used to stream VHS. That one never made it off the ground. Maybe so sad. I love that game. Games that aren't like a multiplayer repetitive experience. Games that are like once and done. I've played Little Nightmares on stream. I've played Outer Wilds on stream, as I mentioned previously. I've played a horror game called Madison. There it was. Madison, Madson. Honestly, it was pretty spooky. I got spooked. I've played Phasmophobia. I've played like a lot of games over the past few years. My played games have changed a little bit over time, but overall right now, there is one thing I've learned in my time with the internet, and it's if you really want to grow, if you want to get exposed, have exposure and grow, Twitch isn't exactly the way to go about it. Twitch is a great medium for interacting. Twitch is a great medium for a good experience. Like, Twitch delivers a pretty good experience in terms of being able to share a game live with a community. However, when it comes to actually putting yourself out there, content that'll garner you attention, that'll get you a bigger community, that'll grow you numbers, I've come to learn that that's honestly YouTube territory. If you really want to grow a community or grow a channel or grow numbers, become like YouTube, Twitch, like E-famous, I guess I could say, The big way to do that is through YouTube. I guess now TikTok nowadays. Those are the platforms that'll really like grow you as a celebrity, as an icon, I guess you could say. But if you really just want to form a bond with the community or like interact, spend quality time, I feel like Twitch is a pretty good medium. I could be wrong. I don't really have that much experience. I don't really have that much time on the internet. There's so many people who have so much more time than me. It wouldn't surprise me if you have much more time than I do. But that's been my experience. And given that now I've learned that if I really want to grow, I'd have to actually like dedicate time to putting content on YouTube. I've come to establish, when I started out streaming, I really wanted to make it big. That was like my, dude, I overthought that so much. That was my big thing. I was like, man, I want to be a big streamer. I want to be a big YouTuber. It was my dream, blah, blah, blah. But there's so much effort. There's so much effort that goes into pumping out consistent quality content, because I don't really want to be that guy who just pumps out the stupid clickbaity videos and gets a million views, gets paid, goes home. If I were to ever make it big, I'd love it. I'd love for it to be just doing my own thing, because I really don't feel a need to become super rich or famous just by being something that I feel like does not suit me. Because I'm low-key the kind of guy, and I don't like saying this about myself, I just like demonstrating it more than saying it, but I don't really just love having more money than I know what to do with. I love having my needs met. I don't really need to be stinky, filthy, stinking rich. Stinky, filthy, rich. I just, as long as I have my needs met, and as long as I have people to share like my experiences with, I feel like I'm pretty happy as an individual. As a person. This level has become pretty automatic for me. You'd think I would have beat it by now. Alright, this is it. Last attempt, baby. You guys better be paying attention. I'm not doing this level again. Maybe I am. You never know. As for your question, I have a specific preference for my speedruns. I mostly choose games that I enjoy for a variety of different reasons. Super Mario Land 2, Super Metroid, Tetris. I've never played a single Metroid game. I didn't grow up with Metroid. I didn't grow up with Zelda, so I really need to give those games a try one day, like an actual legit try. I've never really given them that chance, and I'd love to one day. Like if there's something that streaming has allowed me to do, it's definitely even just like gain new experiences, because there are games I've played through streaming that I probably would have never played otherwise. EP number growth advice. What a bonus we get with the Super Mario Land 2 playthrough. You mentioned one of the Spelunkies. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about Spelunky. Spelunky is basically the only game... dude, your charisma, your charm, it's magnetic. Actually, I'm talking during an ad break. Can't believe it. Not me talking during an ad break. I guess I'll say this again after the ads are done. But the game is quite beloved. Honestly, it should be. It's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good freaking game. Once the ad break is done, I'll actually get back to saying what I was going to say, I suppose. I never expected that when we rated. Listen. Poop, you distracted me. What I was going to say is... I mean, when I started off streaming, I didn't really do YouTube. I really focused on YouTube like after the first few months of streaming. And that's when I really noticed that the big numbers, the biggest numbers you can get through YouTube. I'm not gonna say it's really easy, but it's a lot more consistent. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to get big numbers on YouTube, especially now with the shorts. It's so easy to get numbers with shorts than it is to like start up a Twitch stream and go live. Like, you will get so much more numbers on YouTube. And sure, YouTube could be like a lot more volatile. It could be a YouTube video could like absolutely bomb, and then for no reason at all the algorithm decides to recommend it like a year later or something. Dude, I can never tell where to freaking stand on this one. And then on this one, I can never tell if I should just go for it immediately or not. I feel like I'm gonna biff it. Let's not do that. Let's just beat the game, guys. How about that? How about we just beat the game? How about we just win? How's that sound, guys? How's that sound? I was afraid if he... Are these chandeliers freaking RNG? Dude! Mauling. Oh, I shat myself. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude! What? What? I'm Malden. I'm Malden. I'm Malden. Oh! 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 Get out! Get away from me! Oh! Oh! Oh, wait a minute. Ah, dude, I biffed that. I biffed that too. Oh, dude. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can see it now. I can see. Ah, dude, I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I can see. I opened my eyes. I see it now. I saw it. I witnessed it. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Do not spit fireballs. I'm gonna mold. I'm gonna mold. Don't do it. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Die, die, die. It's done. It's over, right? He's dead. That's it. Get out of here. What the hell? He threw a shoe at me. Time! 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 Oh, it only took 3 hours, 7 minutes. Ah, that's a new personal new PB, baby! New PB, let's go! Let's freaking go! Ah, new PB! Alright, listen. Alright. Time to reset. Time to reset. Listen, what's the actual lore? Listen. I believe it. I believe Mario just straight up stole this guy's castle. When have we ever seen Mario buy a castle? Did Princess Peach... Actually, no, it was Daisy at the end of, like, Super Mario Land 1, wasn't it? Did Daisy buy Mario a castle? She was like, thanks for saving me. Here, you get a castle. When Peach has, like, never given Mario anything besides a cake. Thanks, Mario. Oh, that was awesome. We did it. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for this experience. I never in my days expected to be blessed by Oh Dear's community. Honestly, this has been a wonderful experience. This has been, you guys have 100% enhanced this. I do not know what I would have done if B. Jonas would not have come here to give me the resetting tip. Maybe I would have save stated, who knows. It's debatable, but Peach probably also kissed Mario, which is more valuable than the cake. Damn. Alright, understood. That's understandable, that's understandable. To be fair, it's weird that the Peach-Mario dynamic has never really evolved, has it? I'm not gonna think about it too hard. But, this was awesome. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this. This is it. No other game tonight. Usually on Sundays we stream from 5 to 9. Then I also stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Usually I tend to stream the same few games. I used to stream a lot of Dead by Daylight and then add some variety. On Sundays I usually do Let's Plays. But we've taken a little break from Let's Plays at the moment. This was like the thing. But if you tune in next Sunday, maybe we'll start a new Let's Play. We'll see how that goes. Totaka! Ah, Totaka. Sure, it's evolved. It's evolved in Odyssey. I mean, didn't Mario Odyssey end with Peach like dumping both of them? I don't remember. I don't remember. I never really played Mario Odyssey because I don't have a Switch again. But that's kind of what I remember. She just like dumping the both of them. I just could be straight up wrong. Telling just her ditching Bowser and Mario and saying, "Look, yo, like leave me the hell alone." I could be wrong. That little Wario emote is so awesome. I really love it. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for blessing our community with your presence. You guys have been more than awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this. But like all good things, it is time for this stream to come to an end. So thank you so much for joining us. If you've enjoyed this, consider dropping a follow. We do some silly things like this from time to time. I like to emulate every so often. But usually what I do is I play some Hunt Showdown. I like to play multiplayer games with my friends. Sometimes we do indie games. I did like Dave the Diver. We have a great time overall. But if you tune in this Tuesday, I don't know. I did Lethal Company this past Thursday. That's also a thing I've done. By the way, Jonas, you had mentioned, and I think we got ads, so I wasn't able to tell you, but I have played Spelunky 1 and 2. I've played 2 more than I played 1. I love them. I love that game. Spelunky 2 is like the one game I have on Steam like 100%ed for the achievements. And one of the achievements for Spelunky 2 is, I think, is Speedlunky, which means you need to beat the game in under like 10 minutes or 13 minutes or something like that. And that's like technically a speedrun. It's the one game I've ever like speedrun. And it was really hard. That's like one of the hardest achievements to get because it's such a hard game. There's so much like danger at every corner. So I was really proud of that one. My crowning speedrun achievement. But oh dear, from what I can tell, you have a beautiful community. Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Have a beautiful week up ahead. I hope you guys eat your 3 meals a day, drink plenty of water. And I'm going to pay it forward. And let's go ahead and raid the hell out of someone else. Let's see. Shall we raid another? Are there more Super Mario Land 2 gamers? Or shall we raid someone else? Who shall we raid? Any suggestion? No, thank you, my dude. This has been awesome. You've blessed us with your presence. I really do hope you guys enjoy yourselves out there. You are more than welcome to stop by anytime you just want to have a silly little time. I don't know what's the next game I'll emulate. I've considered revisiting Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I really love that game. Like, it's such a good game. But the last time I played it was like Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. That would be a spoiler. I mean, SOTS 28. SOTS 28. That's 28. I mean, I've played Wario World. I've played Wario World, and I loved that game. It was so weird. It felt like a fever dream, honestly. But I really loved that game. It tingled my little GameCube era brain. So let's raid the hell out of SOTS. I feel like I've heard the Wario Land games are really good. I've heard that it's pretty criminal that it hasn't gotten a like. They have what? Oh yeah, I have Nightbot like by default. Usually they well, listen. Well, we're full speed ahead for Wario Land now, so it's too late. Too late to apologize. I could just cancel it, but listen. What? It's up to you. It's up to you, Jonas. I'm giving you the power. Who are we raiding? Do you want to raid SOTS or do you want to raid Tina? The power of the sun in the palm of your hands. In all seriousness, we'll get some Tomorrowland content. Let's get a little variety is the spice of life. So seriously, guys, thanks for watching. I do hope you tune in at some other point. I'm always around. We stream Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. We also have a Discord community if you ever want a safe corner of the internet where we just meme, we share memes, we vibe. We're not too spammy. We do movie nights once in a blue moon. It's a good time. So if you ever want a silly place to hang out, you can always stop by. But thanks for coming, guys. You guys were awesome. I can't imagine this community without every single one of you. And for those who are visiting, honestly, you've blessed us amazingly. So have a farewell, a good evening, a good day, a good everything, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, people. Let's watch some Mario Land.